welcome back. Been a little bit. Last session was a little more chill. Well, not really more chill. You guys were still getting stalked by these people in the black car. Um, oh yeah, those motherfuckers. You know that there is a elf and a what appears to be a half orc amongst them, and they've been scouting you out pretty good. One of them even disguised themselves as a blue coat and tried to get into Rosie's apartment to start snooping around. Um, Rosie pretty much just said no the whole time, wouldn't let him in. He did a good job. Uh, from that point, not too much else happened. He tried to get into the garage. He couldn't. He was looking through the keyhole, couldn't really see much. Um, eventually left. I believe it was Dan's little spider bro was able to catch a coattail and found out that this policeman actually was the elf in the black clothing that had been tailing them from earlier. And you guys decided, well, it's not safe to sleep here tonight, so you slept at Dan's place. Some of you did, and the others slept at Rosie's dad's complex. Um, got to meet Rosie's dad. Seems like a nice fellow. Totally not shady in any way. And after a little aside with Rosie, gave her a little magic item to see basically what you guys missed on how these guys were able to track you down. A small magic item called the Jade Orb of Knots, which is available in references if you want to look it up. Basically, it showed you there is a magic tracking symbol on the engine of the car, and there was a notification, or not a notification, a locate object cast on the scroll shortly after its activation when it was burnt and proceeded to open. So that's more or less how you know that these guys found you. And to top it all off, you guys decided, well, let's have some breakfast. You guys were having a nice breakfast, and you happened to notice in the diner you were at, one guy flashed his newspaper, and you saw a picture pretty resembling Bruno right on there with a big old wanted sign on that. So Bruno was pretty happy about that, but the rest of you were all like, all right, let's Amscray. We need to hide a bit more because they're out looking for Bruno for possible body theft. And that is more or less where we're at. I should also note you guys did destroy the bag of holding that held Dan's former boss's body, and that is now floating somewhere out in the astral plane. I'm sure no one will ever find it. But you don't have the body anymore. You don't really have much else for plans, so you guys would just have gotten out of the diner, and you're meeting. I believe you guys were meeting up at Rosie's place again, which has been thoroughly torn up. Still, you guys did do some good cleaning, but there's a lot of furniture and other things that are going to need to be replaced over time. It's been roughed up pretty good. So, does anybody have any questions before we hop on in?
Nope.
Questions? No.
So.
All right.
Concerns, yes.
Many
Lots
of
of
those.
concerns.
Massive concerns.
I also do have all your Hero Forge models in Tailspire now.
Oh yeah, do you have a
So-
room code I could use
Yeah, let me get you in here.
so I can stream the game?
Copy. Push it in, check. There you go.
Thank you much.
All right.
Also, to clarify, DM, what is today's date in game?
So today's date in game.
I have the 25th.
Let me pull up the L calendar. I have been trying to keep the calendar up to date. Calendar. That up. Yes, it is the 25th of Amberleaf,
Which is the
which is a Thursday. You would also
Amberleaf
know
is September, right?
what's that?
I said Amberleaf is September, right?
More or less, yes.
The 9th month.
Yes. You have Goldfall, White Wind, and Last Light left.
Okay. And it is noonish, if I remember correctly.
It's about noon. You guys just got back from breakfast. Bruno, I believe, was hopping and skipping as he described it, since he was in the paper.
Very exciting.
Front page, boys.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe not for the crew, but for your notoriety. Congrats.
Well, we can't stay here anymore, right?
No, I think this might be a bust.
Dan's place is quite nice.
That's extremely flattering, Gary. It is an option. I will put that on the table. If y'all want to hold up there. I will say, in the what feels like a week, maybe 2 weeks, since we had breakfast on the walk here, I did have some thoughts. I do feel like whatever we end up doing, it feels as though the Drax crew is now aware of at least half of this party. Me, probably Bruno, but the authorities are at least aware of him. I bet you Drax is as well. And now, obviously, Miss Rosie.
Wonderful.
If we have to split up in the future, I do think it might behoove us to keep the unknowns unknown, if at all possible.
That's me.
Yeah, Gary, Rez, AAA probably should be a group in the event it was split in the near future here. Now, my other thought that I wanted to pitch, I don't love feeling like we got to run from this motherfucker because I'm not sure when that's going to end. Party wants to try and take the fight to him.
So you want to go after a mobster?
I mean, he's coming after us.
Hmm.
Do
we know anything about him?
We know his name is Rotten, and we know he's in the Orc Mafia. And he knows where Rosie lives.
That last part is probably the most concerning, yeah.
She raises an eyebrow at you, Gary. Just like, is it really?
Is it not?
She doesn't think you care about her well-being at all at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we should stay here any longer than we have to today or ever again.
Do we
Don't
have
say
any way to
that.
get in touch with this figure you're speaking of?
Well, if he's watching this place, which if I were him, I would, he might know to come knocking.
What if we held a sign in the window?
We could leave a note.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You know?
just leave a note on the table.
We could leave a note.
Yeah, a sign might be too obvious.
I feel like,
Are you sure it's too obvious?
actually, give me 10 minutes here. I'm gonna scan the room for bugs. I'm gonna use detect magic as a ritual to
All right.
see if I can detect any magic in the area, just in case we're being spied on remotely.
Okay. You said you're doing it as a ritual?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's got a range of 30 feet, so that should cover pretty much the whole room pretty easy. After you cast it, you see the familiar blue glow come off your arm where you've got AI. Otherwise, you're not seeing anything really in this room immediately, like that's got a blue glow. So give me a perception, see if you can find anything.
Where did I put my dice? Okay, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say on a 14, this room looks clear.
Okay, I'll check the bathroom and the bedroom.
All right. Up in the bathroom, And I'd say following that 14, you notice, was there a blue glow in that toilet?
Sorry.
What?
You lift up the reservoir, and in plain sight, you see just a magic symbol right there.
Do I recognize what kind of symbol it is?
So, looking at that, let's see. As Detect Magic will tell you the type, I'd say roll me an Arcana to see if you can tell what this is.
This I can do. That's going to be a 17 again. Or no, not
17?
again. Vertical to 14. So 17.
Okay, 17. So let's see. That, I think you'd be able to tell out this one. On a 17, it takes you a little bit, but you can tell this is divination magic, and it looks like scrying.
There's a scrying
Rosie's
symbol in
toilet
here.
has a scrying symbol on it.
I just went in
Oh
there.
God,
Okay,
that's
so
horrifying.
does that mean that this is the scrying sensor, or that this is supporting a scrying spell on the room? Like, what is...
I would say on that 17, you would be able to determine this is more or less the equivalent of like a wire in the room. So that way someone can get a listen in. It looks like this was planted here recently.
Okay, so this isn't... Is this visual, or is this just audio?
This is just audio.
Oh, hey, Drake. I will say from the bathroom.
I think Rosie
He's
will walk
lost
in and
it.
be like, "Are you talking to a toilet?"
Dan, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll point at the rune.
We get to hear some plops and water splash is all I'm saying.
Ever since he got that dagger, he's been acting weird.
I'll point at the rune and I'll just be like, "Yeah,
Talking to a dagger, now he's talking to a
What's-
toilet.
looks like I'm listening in."
Okay.
Trust
We
me,
all
this
look in there.
toilet
We
can
don't see a
talk.
rune.
Nobody else can see it. We're just all like, "Damn, what the
Aha,
fuck?"
there's a rune in the toilet. Okay, Dan.
Ooh.
Okay, Dan.
Let's get you to bed.
Okay,
Do you need to go
look out the fucking
sleep?
window, see if there's a car.
I know you've been pretty stressed out, but I mean, come on, bro.
Would somebody look out the goddamn window?
All right, I'm looking.
Oh, Rose.
I
was gonna
will-
say Rose would go.
I will assist in looking out the window.
All right, I will take your assistance, and that's 20 total. What am I looking for?
I think
So-
Rosie's just gonna get.
You said
Looking for
what?
prying eyes.
Oh, actually,
He
22
literally cast
total.
himself. Look at the fucking toilet.
What did you want me to look for, Dan?
Car.
Oh, all right. Do I see a car?
There's tons of cars here.
There's tons of them.
You see all the cars.
Fucking
no.
black car.
On a
Do I
On
see
a
a
20.
fucking black car?
There's a ton of cars.
Rez is like, oh my gosh, there's so many, Dan.
You need to get rid of
Y'all are
this
cracking a lot of jokes for people who are about to get into combat. I'm just saying.
We need to get into
Yeah,
combat.
yeah,
It's been like 4 sessions.
on a
Res is
20.
itchy.
I would say you do see a black car just kind of driving around, but it doesn't look like the previous people you've seen that are in the car. This one seems inconspicuous.
All right.
But
I guess if we saw
It seems it's not the same car.
correct.
Okay.
well, no, the other car crashed, but
Oh right. No, I don't
Is
see
it
anything,
similar?
Dan. There is a car.
same kind of make, same sort of thing. They fucking
No, it's
circle the
different.
block, they hang out.
Goddamn, let me look at it. I'll go look at the card.
It's
Does it look
different. I
like?
saw the card. I rolled 22.
Let me see.
Let me look at the fucking.
12.
We got too much a hard time.
You could point it out to me. No, if it does not look like a mob card, then we could proceed.
It's a mob card.
Why
Look
would
like-
the mob drive a car that looks like a mob car?
Gary's got a point.
Okay,
That's
Drac,
strong
you can
law.
make
One mob
these
car,
guys.
please. Extra suspicious.
Oh, it's got hands behind it.
Mr. Rodden, I'm just gonna tell you now, you're welcome to all 5 of these fucking schmucks.
Hey now,
Does
hey.
the license plates?
All 4 of these schmucks.
Now
The license
now he
plate.
knows how many people are in our party.
Does the license plate say Orc Mafia on it?
No, it's just
No.
a string of numbers and letters.
It says def not mob.
No, Bob. No Orky boys
It's-
here.
It says devil mob.
Oh shit.
He'll throw them off.
Wait, what?
No, it's just
Oh.
a random string of numbers and letters.
All right. Getting back to the task at hand. Drac's been listening. He's got a scrying sensor in the room.
Should we step out?
We're not. Do we want to leave a note, or are you just going to talk to him and hope he hears us?
Are you guys gonna talk
I mean,
to
he's
him
clearly
some
listening.
more? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go before I get fireballed.
Jokes up the head.
I think Rosie will be just start packing her shit, like her books and stuff, into her bag of holding.
I will.
Shit.
I will just passively stand on the balcony and keep an eye out in case a actually suspicious car begins to approach. So that'll be what Rez does while Dan figures what he's doing out.
Okay.
I told you what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I didn't tell y'all. I told him.
Oh,
Yep.
Shady
Oh.
goblin shit.
doing some shady shit.
All right. Dan is going to look thoughtfully at the toilet and think about what to say.
Does Dan wish he could rip ass into the toilet right now?
Dan, can't you just disenchant the mark or something?
It's too late. He's already heard it. And even if I disenchant it, what am I accomplishing?
Then we can keep talking and not, we can plan.
And he can't hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
Look, he already knows we're planning. We're literally saying it out loud right now. There's nothing
Oh.
to plan. At this point, I think a meeting needs to be set up.
Okay.
That seems bold.
How about
Seems very
the
bold.
place where we
Yes.
had to breakfast?
Like, I feel like
I'd
having
rather
a
not
meeting-
involve breakfast in this. But I would agree to a public meeting.
Yeah,
If
but
Mr. Drac would like to signal us in some fashion where he would like to meet, I think we can come to some kind of understanding.
leave a note in my.
That's a hint saying tell us. As I whisper into the toilet.
I can't stand this.
So, I think that's where we stand.
Oh my god.
All right.
Keep us posted, Drac.
You say this out to the toilet. Get no response,
Sure.
obviously.
It flushes.
The sewers. He's spoken.
Oh my god.
Watch once for yes, twice for no.
The toilet's giving me a sign.
Rosie's like, no, my water bill's already there, guy.
Yeah, guys, stop in the toilet. He's not gonna respond.
Okay. So you've given your message. What's the plan now?
Well, we need to leave. So
What?
I think we should leave.
Do we want to
That's
leave
why
a
I
note
said
in
you-
case the toilet plan didn't work?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Hey,
Why
Rosie.
would he want to meet us, and why wouldn't he just kill us?
I mean, I'm sure he's going to want to, but I think if we sit down and talk this out like business people, I I think we can come to some kind of understanding.
I feel like you're
Now,
giving
before we continue this conversation, let me write a fucking note.
I feel like you're giving a lot of credit to a mafia that they're gonna want to actually
I
talk.
think you guys, no offense, are a little new to the game. Not all of you understand how this works. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work a deal out with
Dude,
Mr. Rotten.
We're just talking
and
to a fucking toilet.
I am yelling to the fucking party to try and get them to shut the fuck up and quit talking while we're in the room with the scrying sensor.
That's why I said you should disenchant it.
I would just like to point out two things here. First of all, I am not against Mr. Dan. I understand. And then, Rosie, do you have any hats?
I think so. Actually, come with me to my closet.
Let's get ahead.
All
Oh
right.
my god, can I like dress up Bruno?
I'm going to write a note with my wizard's quill.
Ooh.
Which means that Cal's going to turn into a pin, and I'm going to use him to write a note.
It's like
I know, very
Much better than being a calculator. I'll take this much more.
All right. Do you take dictation?
Just start, and I'll start writing.
All right. Mr. Rotten.
Starts writing.
What did I just say 5 seconds ago?
You wanted to set up a meeting?
Yes, Mr. Rotten, if it would please you to work things out like proper businessmans, I think we could come to some sorts of understandings. Please leave some indication, perhaps in the windows of this fine apartment, where you would like to meet us and at what time, such that we can come to such understandings and put this sordid matter behind us.
Hey,
Sincerely, Dan Nero.
real quick. Who was that guy you got killed out in the alleyway? What was his name?
I don't think we got a name.
Mhm.
We're not saying that out loud, are we?
Huh?
We're not saying that out loud, are we? For the love of God, people, quit fucking saying shit until we leave the apartment.
I was just wondering because if we, how do we know that wasn't Drax or the Rotten?
I'm sure it wasn't.
Okay.
Hey Bruno, can I like
Yeah.
dress you up and kind of change?
I
how you look?
literally just want a big hat.
No, come on, let me help. I have
Do
like
you
nobody.
think any of your clothes will fit me? And do you want me in your clothes?
Yes. Yes and
What
yes.
the fuck?
Or at least just let me get rid of the unibrow, because that will be a little less like, oh yeah, that's
Oh.
the guy.
Yeah, wax
Also-
Bruno.
Also-
wax his eyebrows, that's it.
I just want to accentuate my disguise with my mustache, so I just need a hat. As he shows a grease mustache across his face.
Where did that come from?
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
She'll just grab him like a fedora or some shit.
Rosie's got a collection.
She doesn't actually really wear hats, but she
For
has them
lady.
My
for some
lady.
fucking reason.
Are those the hats from every man she's killed?
Excuse me.
Oh God.
Rosie's dark backstory hints from the DM.
She's a femme fatale.
She's a man eater.
You never knew.
How's that note coming?
It's done. All right,
Let's go.
let's get out of here.
Wait, I'm not done packing yet. Rosie's like shoving books and shit into her bag.
Rosie, you have 1 minute. Come on.
Okay, well then leave. Shit. You're just asking me to uproot my entire goddamn life.
Okay.
So buzz off.
Yeah. All right, Drax, she's all yours.
She's the mastermind behind the plans, I just want to say.
Oh my fucking god, you lying
Also,
pieces
just
of
want to say,
shit.
Mr. Drake, we're big fans. Big fans of your work.
I just want to say, you obviously know I am capable of the job. I am on the front page of the news. Just say.
Oh,
Now he knows your voice.
Get out! Everyone get out of this damn apartment! Holy shit! Oh my god.
Cheesy.
This is terrible, y'all.
We're the best. It sure is.
We have the worst OPSEC of any fucking crew. A bug in the apartment. Oh, by the way, what was that guy we killed?
You know how we stole that body?
It's almost like we're all not great at this. So do we want to go to
I'm gonna-
Dan's? Or
We're
no?
leaving. We're leaving.
Oh, yeah,
We've left. I'm just assuming we're walking at this point.
Rosie's still in the apartment.
Rosie needs to hurry up.
Packing her shit right now. So,
Are you planning to
I'll go to
carry
Rosie's
that?
dad's.
So
no.
I'm going to assume that Drax or whatever Rotten knows that we killed the one gentleman and that we snatched a body. It's not hard to put those fucking things together now, is it?
I mean, there weren't any witnesses to his death. He disappeared.
Yes.
Until
Suddenly, after doing the investigation in the apartment, and then, oh yeah, on his way to the morgue, the place that had the body snatched. Gee, I wonder.
Look, they can obviously connect us to the body. They can't firmly connect us to this film.
No shit.
We deny if it comes up. It's unfortunate that you lost a man of personnel, but I'm not sure that concerns us. Listen, this is what needs to be said. Here's the thing: I don't think we really want to even meet. I think we want him to come out and expose himself. That's what I want. I want him out in the open where we can do something to him.
You don't think he'd just send a liaison?
I'm sure he'll send somebody.
And then we'll kill them and then tell them, nah, we want you. Stop fucking around.
I mean, if we kill him, he stops playing ball and just keeps in a hit, man. I think we just, if he doesn't show up, we no show. We make it clear. It's like, hey, that wasn't the deal. We want to talk to you, right?
Or we say, how much more money do you want us to cost you? Send another.
Okay. Is escalating? Does escalating this feel like the way to get this man to come out in the open? That's a question I think that needs to be posed to you.
Well, we don't know his personality.
I mean, he's a member of the York Mafia. They're
That's a hasty generalization
Does
right there.
anyone in this party have any connections to the Orc Mafia that we could pull in any way?
I have a brief encounter with them.
What does that mean?
Is it enough to work with?
Do you
Is
know
that something that we
someone?
could use?
None of it was positive.
Okay.
That's
no.
wildly unhelpful. Okay.
I don't have any contacts with the Orc Mafia, so.
So, you know.
Dan is thinking.
I can see the little gears are turning in your brain.
Is there anyone in the families that we could talk to that might know more about the Orc Mafia?
I do not have any work contacts.
My only contact isn't alive anymore.
I have a contact, but not a orc contact.
have you guys just like abandoned? Where are you guys at?
We're probably
Probably
we're probably standing outside the apartment waiting.
Yep. We're around the toilet.
We're just all crammed in the bathroom and fucking having a conversation. Okay. What do we know about the Orc Mafia?
All right.
Let's
I got
do
a
some history
question. I
checks.
got a question that might get us a roll.
Uh,
So Dan, who was the guy? Lucius is who we killed on in the first session, right? That was Dan's boss.
Mr. Lucius.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Dan, since you worked at Duskhorn, any time where someone from the Orc Mafia might have come in?
I will think back on this. Do I
Maybe
remember
a
DM?
name or something that yeah, something.
Give me a history check.
Okay. 16.
16. On a 16, you know that you were very infrequently in the office. You would not know of any direct contacts or any Orc Mafia related people.
My work did not have me in office very often, so I would not know. We've got all the papers we snatched. I don't know if that had anything about any contacts beyond the one contract that we already burned. But I don't know that Lucy's had strong mob ties outside of that one contract. Dustcorn was pretty mercenary. They just kind of worked for whoever, and it wasn't necessarily a loyalty thing. It was you pay, we do. So, here's a question. In my history of crime, some of it I have spent with Rez'Veela. Do I remember any jobs we did that would shed some light onto how the Orc Mafia operates and how they might respond to certain tactics?
I'd say that's going to be a different thing. So I'd say give me another history.
Okay. So that's a 13.
13. Wouldn't know too much, but you do know that the Orc Mafia generally does not take kindly to basically any threat against them. They are very quick to act against any opposition against them. And usually with that, they are more likely to act rather than to listen. But that's about what you know.
Yeah. Does that mean, say, if I were to insult this guy, he would... Okay, do Orc Mafia people, do they take shit personally? Like, okay, I've got to go do this myself? Or do they just care about the results and just, like, fucking just send somebody to take care of it? Like, it doesn't matter how it gets done, just it has to get done. And these people have to fucking die.
You would know that they have a large network, so they generally send folk instead of themselves. Unless it starts to get into a real pain in their neck.
Okay.
So they can't really be goaded.
That's my concern. Is I don't feel like goading the man is the way to get access to him. I feel like,
especially if you want a meeting with him.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, your audio's gone wonky.
Wonky?
Oh,
there we go.
It got really muffled for some reason all of a sudden,
Okay.
but it's fixed.
If we can get him out in the open, we can do something to him. But as long as he's in his office, wherever the fuck that is, because we don't know, we can't do nothing to him. And I don't imagine that, fucking with his businesses, killing his people, is going to do much more than just get more and more heat on us. He's not going to show himself for that until, by some miracle, we survive everything. We pull the fucking Johnny Dick. I don't think that we're at that level, frankly. I think a better option is to try and open up diplomatic channels.
DM, I have a very random question.
Yes.
Would I know if I've destroyed the toilet, would the scrying go away?
You'd know, give me an Arcana, see what you know.
Okay. I just realized I'm not Rosie's character sheet.
After that breakfast, I could probably destroy that toilet.
So that was... It's a 15, but it definitely has an additive. If it won't open. There. So 15, I think it's like a... Oh my god. It will not work. times. Okay, it's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. All right. Yeah, you know that if the basically the base that is being held on is destroyed, that would get rid of this spell basically. So
Rosie's going to take a wrench and smash the toilet.
shatters in a bunch of porcelain, and yeah, you see that symbol that was kind of had a soft glow to it under normal light. Just instantly fades into just the black ink that was written on it, originally written with it.
She will go and call her father again.
Daddy.
Daddy, help.
So you call. It rings for a little bit, and eventually you get kind of a very groggy sounding. Who's there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know you were asleep. Is it okay if I come back over in a little bit?
Oh, Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it was a long night out. Give me a little bit to get cleaned up. Then, yeah. Is everything all right, sweetie?
No, I have questions. Not particularly great.
And his demeanor changes. Is it in relation to the object I gave you?
We actually everything that was doing it, we got taken care of. We just need some
Good.
information so that we can find a resolution to this current issue.
All right. See you soon. And then we hear a click.
She'll hang up the phone, and I guess at this point she'll probably collect and she'll head back downstairs.
Okay. Get the rest of your stuff. Do you grab anything from your garage or no?
She'll grab the big metal thing that she was working on.
Okay.
And then maybe her tools. She'll just have those on hand.
Okay.
But everything else that was there was more of just kind of practice stuff. So not super serious.
Sounds good. So yeah, you stuff your stuff. As I think you made another bag of holding, correct? I think that's the only way it's going to hold the big boy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, takes you a little bit extra, but eventually Rosie does come down out through the apartment. And yeah, you guys are all here.
I'm gonna go speak to my father about this current situation and try to get information about the Orc Mafia.
Would your dad know about the Orc Mafia?
I have a hunch he might.
I think I'd like to sit in on this conversation if that'd be all right.
Not suspicious or worrying at all.
Yeah. I think, honestly, if anybody's going to go with me, it's you, because I don't think Bruno should come with us, because he's in the paper, and I know my father will have seen the paper, and he will not be happy. If I bring someone, and then the other three, I think just shouldn't be seen with us, at all, as you say.
I don't know if we should leave Bruno alone is the problem. I mean, you could stash him in the bag, yeah?
What time is it?
Only for 10 minutes, I think.
It's like 12:30. You guys
Long enough to walk in the door, isn't it?
You guys have been talking, but not for too long.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can go chill out at the breakfast joint for. I got something I could do tonight.
Well, you got plans?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to be safe at this?
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you're planning?
Oh,
I can handle myself. I took down 3 human gods all by myself, so yeah, I'm good.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, that's fair. Just be careful. All right.
Alright.
All right.
I'll chill out at the breakfast bar until acquaintance time.
Okay.
I think Rosie will have Dan go back upstairs with her. Rosie will have Dan go back upstairs with her
Okay.
because you know disguise self, right?
I do.
All right, let's disguise ourselves before we walk over to his summer place.
Okay.
And so Rosie will cast disguise self on herself.
All right. So you guys each don a disguise and head over to Papa's. Sounds like. What's the rest of the party doing?
I may lurk around the apartment with not Rez's parents, but I may lurk around this apartment with my hood up, just kind of like keeping an eye on things, seeing if there's any activity around here.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're just gonna kind of play watch out. By the
Yes,
sound of it, then.
Overwatch.
All right. You want to get on a roof for that so you can watch over things?
I could, but I might just kind of blend in with the crowds and keep an eye on like who's coming in and who's coming out of the doors.
Okay, that sounds fair.
All right. Are we within 100 miles of where Rez'Veela grew up?
What a weird question.
That's a weird question.
Your place was pretty much right on the border of the Harmonia district.
Yeah.
I'd say is this a in character question or out of character?
I'm asking out of character because I have a background a background trait that might be able to help a little bit.
Ah, okay. Out of character, yes.
Okay. So I would use my. Doesn't have to be a whole thing, but just in case, I'm gonna try and see if I can just pull a contact from my days just working in, among various mafia circles, and see if there's anyone who could give us like shelter if we need to go somewhere that's totally off the radar for a night.
Okay.
So I have a 50% chance of succeeding at that. So if you want to roll that, that's all it needs to be.
Or a coin.
Can be many things.
So that's what I'll do while Rosie and Dan are at Rosie's parents' place.
Okay. All right. So Rez is gonna do some looking for a
safe house of sorts.
Safe house. That's
temporarily, if
house.
needed.
Yeah. Dan and Rosie are gonna go visit Papa. Bruno's gonna go to the diner. Terry's gonna look out. AAA, how about you? What you got for plans?
AAA. Honestly, I don't really have much to do.
Skulk around with me.
Honestly, sure. Skulking sounds fun.
Yes. We both have hoods. We're good.
Exactly.
A couple of hoodlums hanging out on the streets.
No.
All right. So we will start out. We'll start out with Gary and AAA then, while everybody else is kind of walking to their destinations. I'd say give me a general perception check between the both of you. See what you can find out throughout the.
I'm gonna need you.
You're gonna need what?
I'm gonna need you.
Okay.
Sorry, I just need a minute.
That's
I did get a unnatural 20 for
Very
perception.
nice.
Does that
Alright.
do anything?
I was waiting for
Yeah,
Triple A.
Clark to get back.
Sorry.
That's all right.
What is that? I gotta find out what my perception. Oh, great. +0. Awesome.
What you get?
9.
Okay.
9.
Don't
All
worry,
right.
I got you back. I got your back, buddy.
All right. So, over the course of about an hour, I would say you guys are just watching, more or less people watching, but being inconspicuous about it. And you don't really see, it's midday, it's after the lunch rush. Not many people are really going in and out of the apartment complex. However, after about 45 minutes or so, you see a man walk into the building, and after about 2-3 minutes, he walks out.
Does he have it? What? How is he dressed?
So he's dressed plain white shirt, regular style cap. He looks like most of the commoners, brown pants, suspenders, nothing out of the ordinary. He's not standing out, I'll put it that way, with his clothing.
And did he come out of a car, or did he just walk around, or?
Looks like he walked.
Okay.
Here's you
Better kill him.
And is he the only person that I've seen come out of the apartment?
He is the only person you have seen go in or go out of the apartment over the course of the hour.
I mean, he doesn't seem like much of a concern, right, AAA?
Who are you talking about?
Just this one fellow, this one man that has
Anybody
left
else?
the apartment.
Blow his
I was
ass up.
distracted by that butterfly over there.
Oh, yeah, the guy. There's that one dude. He doesn't seem very much of concern.
Is he an orc?
Is he an orc?
Looking
I figured
at him.
I would be told if he was an orc.
He is a half orc.
Well, that's not an orc then.
That's different.
That's totally different.
Clearly different.
That's racist.
Yeah, jeez.
How presumptuous of you to just assume a half orc would be a member of the mafia.
I guess. Well, I guess now we should tail him. Do you want to you can change yourself into whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
I guess it probably would be wise to assume, some sort of random form, so they don't just assume that, you're a skeleton dragon.
Okay. Can I just randomize my
Just hit random on the character creator.
It's I like it all the way at the edge. Oh, that's not good. Can you hit random again? But I guess we could I could tail him for a bit. I'm pretty stealthy.
I assume I can follow him.
Yeah. As long as we're inconspicuous. Yes. AAA, let us follow him.
All right.
Inconspicuously.
All right. Give me a stealth check. If you guys are going to try and be sneaky about it.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Jesus.
27.
27. Okay. Pretty good. AAA stealth check.
Sorry, I was grabbing some drinks.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that stealth? It'll be a non-natural 20.
Nice.
Both of you pretty good. So we'll just leave it at this. You guys are stalking him from a distance. He doesn't seem to notice you guys, and yeah, we'll leave it at that as you guys stalk him from a distance while we hop over to the rest of the group here. Rez, I'll just point out a quick thing. Throughout the day, it doesn't take you too long. You would be able to find a safe house about 4 blocks down from the other place.
Oh.
Through your contacts.
Okay. Do I need to, is there a person I need to contact or someone I need to call upon to get in? Or is it just like, oh yeah, there's an old building we use. You can go there if you need to.
If you want to repeat it, it's just you were talking with one of your contacts and they gave you a key to it. Otherwise, that's pretty much all that it's going to
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to be repeated. I was just curious what the rules around it were, if any. Okay, well, good to know.
Only thing they said is pretty much lay low.
Okay.
And then next we got. Let's go with Bruno. You having some breakfast?
More breakfast, might as well.
They got breakfast all day. You went for breakfast. Now you come back for breakfast.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Anything
Waffles and bacon.
anything you're planning on doing while you're here?
Nope, just hanging out until my contact.
All right. So I would say, yeah. Are you waiting for your contact here? Is that the plan?
Oh, I can't remember what the message said, and I can't find it. We saturated our.
Yeah, we did, didn't
we? Yeah, we did. I think they had a spot for me to meet them at.
516 Silver Lane.
Yeah,
at 8 p.m. sharp.
So of course I'll make sure I have enough time to get there. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not till the end of the day, so
yeah,
you're good there.
So yeah, up until that point, nope, just chilling out.
All right, easy enough.
Got my fedora and my grease stash.
All right, so you're just chilling, hanging out, and then we come to Rosie and Dan. Takes you guys a good while to walk to Rosie's dad's place.
I think we'd probably take a taxi just to stay off the street.
Okay.
In case we're being followed.
That's fair. So if you call over a taxi, doesn't take you too much time. You get there in about 20 minutes or so. And yeah, I believe it was on the 5th floor. You start climbing. Actually, no, this place has an elevator. So elevator or stairs? Which you pick?
Yeah, well,
Fancy.
Good choice. Good choice.
Leg will fall off.
It dings you up, and you're on that floor. Knock at the door, and yeah, you see the door open, and Rosie's dad, which I described as a purple-skinned tiefling wearing a pinstripe or a pinstriped vest with a white, very clean white shirt underneath, rolled up sleeves up to or past the elbow. Broken horn on one side and a scar on his left eye, but he can still see through it. Very clean, slick back, black hair. And he greets you all with a smile. Hello, Rosie. Who may this be?
Another friend.
Ah, good. It's good to see that you're getting friends.
Dan Nero, sir. Pleasure to meet you. I'll stick out a hand.
And he shakes it hardly. He's got a pretty good grip on him as he almost pulls you in with the handshake. Come in.
I don't feel like I got much of a handshake at all.
The arm snaps off.
7 strength.
I mean, he's got a pretty good grip, and he just kind of just pulls you in with it into the house.
Oh wait, we don't look like ourselves right now either. Though.
I was gonna say, do we need to disguise ourselves to go in there?
No, I think on the elevator we could drop the disguise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, if we're gonna take a taxi and we're gonna just walk in, like I don't know that I need to be disguised.
Yeah, it was more just like if we were gonna walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to walk. Fuck that. We'll take a taxi.
Yeah, then we don't have to disguise self. Then.
I was gonna say, before we go in there, as we're in the elevator, I do want to ask Rosie, like, is there anything I should expect with this this fella? Like,
you don't have any problems with the double mafia, do
you? No, actually, I'm pretty friendly with him.
Great. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, cool. Great.
That's my suspicion, anyway. That's part of it. I have not had it confirmed or denied.
Wait, so you don't know if he's mob?
I have my hunch.
You asked?
No.
Can I ask?
No.
Okay, these are the things I want to know before I talk to this man. Is there anything I need to know? Don't talk to him about the mob shit. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
Just let me do the talking. How about that? And I'll do most of the talking, and then you can ask questions if you really have some questions.
Okay.
Are you evil?
Who is it?
So, anyways, he lets you all on into his apartment. Very nice apartment, very clean. Nice padded carpet beneath your feet. Painted walls. Nice furniture. Looks very swanky in here. Looks very expensive.
You keep a beautiful home, sir.
Oh, thank you. I try to keep things clean here. I'm a bit of a clean freak.
Yeah. I can relate.
So, what brings you all here?
Rosie.
I have a few questions for you, related to the orc mafia.
Dan will just like sit back in one of the big nice chairs by the fire and just fold his hands on his chest. Just get comfortable.
Is he just giving her?
Thank you.
Is he just giving her like a look right now?
Where'd you get this chair? This is a great chair.
Oh, that's where was that? I think that I got that down at. I think it was Vera's.
Vera's?
Yes.
Is that on 42nd?
43rd.
43rd. That's right. Yeah, no, I've seen them around. Now they look like they got some nice stuff. I definitely feel it now. Should pay them a visit soon.
They are expensive but worth it.
Wholeheartedly agree.
So, the Orc Mafia, and he just kind of tilts his head and looks at you. Let's take a seat, shall we?
Yeah, probably. A good idea.
You tried these chairs yet, Rosie? These are great.
I used to live here. So
I know, it was a joke.
Oh.
And he brings over some hot tea and tea glasses that he had prepared earlier and sets them down on the coffee table before he sits in a very nice looking chair, kind of opposite from both of you all. So, what is it you want to know about the Mafia?
I look at Rosie.
I look at Dan. Do you know anything about what's his face? The rotten guy?
Drac the Rotten.
Drac the Rotten. There he is. That's the name.
I know that he's been a pain in everybody's sides, both Devil Mafia and the cops. He's been quite a notorious one.
Police don't like him?
No, I mean, police get along well enough with most of the Mafia members here, but he, I think, has done enough damage to warrant trouble with them. I'll put it that way.
Really?
Yes. At least that's from what I've heard. I've got a few sources that go around.
What do you know how he operates in any way?
He is, in kind of a weird way, a bit of a dictator, his way or the highway. He operates more on force. I mean, to be honest, you should probably expect that with the Orc Mafia, but in most cases, the Orc Mafia is willing to sit down. In most cases, Drac, he would rather pull your teeth out first than listen.
Okay, so meeting's out of the question, probably. Cool.
I wouldn't count it out yet.
He's just gonna fucking gank us if we, attempt a meeting.
No, obviously we don't want to meet me.
Yeah, but I feel like if we're setting up a meeting to go meet this guy, he's going to, have some other plan otherwise. To take us out before we take him out. Sort of fucking shit. Anyways.
Rosie, I feel you're not telling me the whole story.
Okay.
As he sips his tea,
I guess
Parker,
this
legs
is
crossed, staring at you.
last time I asked, you said you didn't want to know the whole story, so...
Well, now that you've mentioned the Orc Mafia, I do.
Alright, Dan. We broke into his old job, aka Duskhorn.
Oh, okay. We're just coming out
We're
with
just...
it then.
She's just going ham now. She's just coming right out. Blew up the building, found out that the boss that was suicided in his apartment, I'm guessing, she'll just do the whole fucking story and be like, and now he knows what I look like. He pretty much probably knows what Dan looks like.
Dan can't sweat, but if he could, he would. Rosie is just completely outing everything.
So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
And you just watch as his demeanor and his face doesn't change, but you see his face is growing more and more magenta. It's going from purple to magenta as he's maintaining this.
Does Rosie know what that means? Growing up with him.
You know he's pretty pissed.
He's mad right now, by the way. If you
Yeah, I noticed. Thank you for that.
Hey, you were talking to a toilet earlier. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, did you mention the scrying sensor in the toilet? I feel like we should mention the scrying sensor that was in the toilet.
Yeah, I broke that.
Yeah. All right.
So that's where we're at. There's the whole story. Sorry.
And
Not bad, top.
he's still magenta faced. Slowly sets down the tea. quite a bit of trouble you've gotten in.
Yeah. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? And she just gives a look at Dan, just like.
No, not really.
What do you say?
No, not really.
It's not really funny.
Yeah, no, it's not. Not at all.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Having a terrible time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we were just trying to figure out Orc Mafia, how they operate, if the original plan even had a chance. Which, yeah.
Well, knowing the Mafia, if it sounds like you tried to set up a meeting, if they decline the meeting, you're going to want to find a safe house. I'll put it that way.
Yep.
And, yeah, I may have to see if we can't sell that place you've been living at and get you a different place.
Yeah, she'll be like, I already packed up most of my stuff.
Good. Good. He's just not even making eye contact. He's just staring off into the void, just kind of looking down. That's good. So, that is what I would recommend. If you've already planned to set up a meeting, be very careful with your words.
I don't think it's going to be a talking meeting.
I don't think we actually want a meeting, but we want him out in the open.
Knowing the typical sort, they will probably not send Drac himself, especially because he is a fairly wanted man. He'll probably get one of his lackeys.
Okay,
And then we don't show up.
sure. So then, if
you
that's a
don't-
no-show on Drac, would you happen to have any idea where we might be able to find him or find a lead on his location?
And what makes you think I'd know something like that?
I think Rosie would kind of raise an eyebrow at him, like.
All right, let me ask another question. You wouldn't happen to know a Nina, would you?
Nina. Last name?
I imagine she told you, Nero.
Name does ring a bell a little bit.
A little bit?
Why? As he just looks up at you.
As I said when we met, I am Dan Nero. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible we might have some mutual acquaintances. Given that, I think it might be in a lot of people's best interest if Drac was, out of the picture. And I think we're in a position to do that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but last I checked, Anita was looking for a leg up in her line of work, and I think removing Drac might be just the thing to help her out, and again, our other mutual acquaintances.
I know her a little bit. What is it that you say she did here?
What does she do?
As he picks up his tea again. Starts sipping. Yes.
She's a caseworker.
So a lawyer type?
She's more in the asset brokerage business.
Ah, debt collector.
At times. I haven't had a chance to talk to her recently, but last I heard, as I said.
So you're thinking if we find Drac, that could get her a promotion.
Not just her. I think that would be to a lot of people's benefit. As I said, it sounds like we might run in similar circles. I'll kind of pointedly nod at him, like, eh?
And he kind of, at that, he kind of squints his eyes. What are you implying by that?
Not implying nothing. If you want to help out some friends, I think they'd appreciate it.
Rosie's just like, oh god.
No, I think you're implying something.
Rosie would be like, are you part of the Devil Mafia or not? She's just gonna throw it out there because she's always had this like.
I'll just fucking sit there. Fucking God, thank you.
She can't take the tension anymore. She's about to freak out. She's like, oh my god. Holy shit.
And at that, he just kind of laughs and looks up, and then he starts staring back at you. And what gave you that inclination?
Was he like? Was his voice cracking?
No, he just kind of let out a laugh, and then just kind of corrected it.
Okay.
That's just the DM's voice cracking because
Got
he has
it.
a shitty voice.
Got it.
Is he directing this question at Rosie or at Dan?
If you both are trying to imply that I am part of the Devil Mafia,
I don't know. You've had some people come by this when I was growing
I'm
up.
gonna message Rosie and just kind of whisper, I think this place might be bugged too.
Mm.
And I'll kind of glance at him and just kind of like, not really roll my eyes at him, but just kind of like glance around the room very pointedly, like, we good? Is this like a cue he could pick up on?
I would say at that, he looks at you and just taps his nose twice.
Yeah, he nods. Dan just nods and just looks at Rosie like, mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea of what it's like to be a member of the Mafia? If I was a member of the Mafia, I'd already be dead.
I imagine so, sir.
You know, that's fair. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that question. I'm having a lot of issues right now. And I'm making a lot of
Yes, you are.
Oh, God. Well, not bad. That's awkward.
I'm very glad you're not dead, but this has caused quite some problems for you right now. So, as I was saying previously, I strongly recommend you get some form of safe house.
Okay, well, we
Just
can
in case.
get out of your hair.
As while they're wrapping up this conversation, Dan's pulled out a piece of paper and is writing a note with Cal just very quickly. Yeah, if we don't want to take any more of your time, sir, I do appreciate your insight in this matter. That is very, very helpful. So much appreciated. I will palm him the note and a gold coin as we are leaving. Just one final handshake. I spent all my fucking gold on fucking
Greasing everybody.
yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll just call it.
All right.
If that's what we want to do.
I don't think there's really much else we can really say.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. So, what would you want to put on the note?
I not to try and like write a ton on there, but I would want to indicate like I would like to talk to him again in the future, and if there is a secure place that we can do that, to let me know, because I'm gonna message him on the way out the door and just not say anything, but give him the chance to respond.
Okay.
So I'll do that. I'll cast message as we're heading down the elevator, and he's alone in his apartment, and see what he says.
So let's see here. I would say when you go to send the message spell, you get kind of a quick pause where you normally feel like the magic has been sent through, but this is more like of a quick pause, and then a few moments later, you feel like the spell completed and the message got sent.
Okay. That's disconcerting.
And then a few moments later, you hear Gilded Street, 13th floor, Roswell, 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay. And I will just tell Rosie as we're walking out of the building, we've got an appointment tomorrow.
So I didn't royally fuck that up?
No.
Okay, cool.
Your dad's under surveillance.
That would have been nice to know before I said all that shit.
Yeah, I was like, you literally just told everything we did under a bug.
They already know.
Oh, we don't know who's surveilling him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad's part of the Devil Mafia. Anyway, I'm just gonna spill all the beans.
Rosie doesn't. Okay, to be fair, Rosie is not.
Yeah, Rosie's not big on crime.
She's not a big crime
Dan
person.
is going to enlighten her on the way out in the future. Say as little as humanly possible.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, I'm just a normal person. You guys picked up at a bar, and now here we are.
You know, you eavesdrop on the wrong conversation, and shit happens.
You guys were talking so goddamn loud. Don't you turn this around?
No, listen. You
listen here.
Listen, and it'll devolve into an argument.
Just a bunch of back and forth. All right. So, I think that's we've addressed everybody for that. So now we will go back to Gary and AAA stalking the orc or the half orc man.
Okay.
It takes about 10 minutes of following him, just kind of acting like normal schmuck, just walking to his day job. You do see him dip into a bar named the Wench's Desire.
It sounds like a male prostitute whorehouse.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Bunch of gigolos working in here.
Are there windows?
There's 2 windows in the front, but that's about all you see. Looking up, you don't see any other windows. It's just in the front at the ground floor.
I mean, might as well kind of mosey our way in. At least that would be what I would do.
All right.
Just mosey.
Okay. And I would say, just as you walk in, you would see the half orc has disappeared behind a curtained doorway. But otherwise, you are quickly greeted by a bartender. Come to drink? Food?
Yeah, you can give
Want
me
to watch the
something.
show?
TV show?
No. What's a TV?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but we ain't got it.
Kids are gonna love it.
Put Vox Machina on. Yeah, I'll have something. Just, whatever's the favorite around here.
All right.
I'm going to whisper to AAA. Go around back and see if there's any other exits to this building.
I was thinking the same thing.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, I'm kind of
exit
monitoring
building.
outside this curtain door.
Okay. So yeah,
Everybody's gonna go outside and check around.
Okay. So as you do your quick walk around, this building isn't super big. You walk around and you do not see any doors, which does strike you as a little bit odd. There's not even like a back door for an employee entrance or like to get rid of garbage. It seems the only way into this building is through the front door that you can see.
What are the
Kind
What are
of seems
the-
like a fortress.
What's that?
So it kind of seems like a fortress.
In a way, yeah, because there's only one entrance that you
And-
can notice right now.
what are the patrons like in this bar?
So now that you've gotten a chance to sit down and look around, yeah, this is a bit of an odd place. There's lots of women around, waiting at a dance floor. They're sitting down, waiting, looking like they're waiting for an event to start. You don't see very many men in here.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Cool.
So Triple A is gonna change his appearance again. And he's gonna walk into the building and he's gonna walk up to Gary. And be like, I think this is the fortress of the
You didn't see anything around back or anything?
There's literally no other.
That's concerning. Would he know if there's any like upstairs windows or anything like that? Did he see anything like that?
You would not.
There is no other visible entrance into this building. This is a literal fortress.
Interesting.
We
Well,
need to get out of here.
yeah, we should probably. First, I'm gonna ask the bartender. So, what show you got going on here?
Oh, we got. Let's see who's on show for tonight. We got Andy. We got Jim, and then I think lastly we got Tyler. Very very hot. We finally got him from the other place. He's real good.
Oh, what's the other place?
He looks around, make sure no one's listening in. Say, you ain't a cop, are you?
No, I'm not a cop. I snicker at the thought of that.
All right, you'd have to tell me if you were a cop, so I know you're not a cop. All right.
Yeah. Obviously, that's the rule.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, last place was we actually got him from one of the G-Man's place. They finally busted him out.
When I hear the word G-Man, do I recognize that name in any way?
Yes, you would know that is from the world government, basically a government official. So this person was arrested for something pretty bad.
Being too hot.
So, if I understand correctly, the dancer, or where he got the dancer from?
He got the dancer from the government men. Yes.
Basically, they broke him out of prison.
Ooh, okay.
But not the local pokey, but the government prison.
Interesting.
Correct.
I am just like, man, that's a pretty crazy story. Oh, don't worry, I won't spread anything.
Crazy story. You're under arrest.
Your secret's safe with me.
Good. And he pours you a shot of rum and hands it on the house.
Thanks, man. Can I, with a glance, I'm just gonna like do like a survival check to see if there's any tampering in the drink at all. If there's anything odd about it. I've had rum before.
Yeah. You need survival.
20, unnatural.
That's some high quality rum.
Okay, I'll take the shot. I'll thank the bartender, and I'll slide him a golden eagle.
Oh, very appreciated. It's like we both know how to polish the wheels, eh?
Yeah. I look over at AAA and I'm like, Luke, let's get out of here.
Triple doesn't even say anything. He just stands up and starts walking towards the door.
Okay.
Who's Luke?
Seriously. Who the fuck is Luke? Thanks, AAA.
Triple has been like really just like trying to get out of here as fast as possible. As soon as he enters.
And I guess, I guess we hustle back to not exactly Rosie's place, but like near, in eye shot of Rosie's place, I guess. If someone was looking for us, they'd see. If someone in our party was looking for us, they'd see us around Rosie's place, I guess.
Okay. And I would say as you guys are starting to leave, bartender just, oh, you're just about to miss the show as a man or a beefy human man in scantily dressed clothes starts walking out into the main area.
What is the address of this place? Is there any denotation of like the building's address on the exterior?
I mean, like it's got it's got the name oh fuck, it should have. I just had it. I'm just going to find it.
The Winch's Desire?
Thank you. The Winch's Desire, you would know that it's on 60 Cedar Street.
60 Cedar. All right, we're going with tree names. Got it. I note that. And we, I guess, yeah, we skedaddle.
All right. And yeah, just in time, the girls start cheering as this man walks out. You got out just in time. So, all right, you guys start heading back to the apartment. Is that everybody else's plan? What are you guys thinking? What's the goal here? Did you set like a time to meet up by?
I think we would have. I think Rosie and I would have planned to meet back at the apartment afterwards. Like just walk past it, since y'all planned to surveil it, and y'all could,
catch up with you guys.
Yeah, y'all could find us as we were walking by.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So eventually, you guys would meet up. I guess relay your info at that point.
Yeah. We got some information.
What did you learn?
Well,
someone.
We're pretty sure that we walked into a male prostitution house, and it also might have been a mafia stronghold.
It may have been a front.
safe bet it was a front.
Good to know.
There was no entrances on the exterior of the building other than the front entrance, as well as no windows on the upper stories.
There's only one way.
Nobody's checked out the apartment since that guy went in.
I didn't mention a guy. Just kidding. No one has gone up in the apartment.
I'll have the spider go up and look around.
He was only in there for like 2 minutes, wasn't he?
It's true.
Yeah,
I don't think he could get up the fucking
it's
stairs.
Yeah, we talked with Mr. Datura. He appears to be under surveillance, which is fun, but he has agreed to a meeting at this address tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Wait, who are you? Who are you getting a meeting with?
Rosie's pappy.
Don't call him that.
Didn't you just talk to him?
Yeah.
But he's under surveillance.
Wasn't that the meeting? Oh, he's under surveillance.
Yeah, no, he can't talk at his house.
Interesting.
Well, I found us a safe house if we don't want to compromise any other locations.
Safe house is good.
Man, where's Bruno?
Where's Bruno?
Yeah, he's still at the diner, probably.
Should we tell him?
We should probably collect him, yeah.
Right.
What does the spider tell me when he gets back?
You would get told there is a paper taped to the door of Rosie's apartment.
So they did respond. What did it say?
So for that, it would say, let's see.
Does the spider need to make a strength saving or a strength check to see if it can lift the note?
Just needs to read it.
No, he'd be able to just kind of squeeze in and read it. It would say, Mr. Dan, let's meet at the Jazz Rose, 4 p.m. today.
Oh shit! What time is it?
Now. Fuck! It's 4:30.
Is it signed?
It is not. You don't see any signature.
That's not reassuring. What do we know about the Jazz Rose?
You know, it's a very nice place. Serves mostly pasta, heavy meat dishes. Definitely not a diner type. It's more of a fancier sit down type restaurant. Nice full glass windowed place, just kind of surrounding the whole area.
Times, but I do like that restaurant.
Is that like a formal attire sort of place?
Yeah, probably.
I have formal attire.
I don't.
Rez, do you want to wear one of my dresses and go on a fancy dinner?
I don't think we're planning to go.
Okay. Never mind.
I think we maybe scope it, confirm that Drac is not present, and then leave communication. Like, no, we want to talk to you, not some fucking in between. By the time.
What is the ultimate goal of speaking with Drac directly, just to kill him?
Yeah, no, we take
Okay,
it.
there's no actual intention of negotiating anything.
No, I don't think we have anything to gain by negotiating with this fucker.
I was thinking,
Wouldn't?
uh,
Oh, go ahead.
if we had any amount of capital or something that we could leverage, perhaps we could trade something to get the Orc Mafia off our back. But it would require us doing another heist or something.
I'm not sure that I necessarily want to be doing jobs for them.
At least
I just figured if we did actually meet them, it's something we could pitch. But if you just want to kill Drac, that works too.
What if Drax actually at the place?
if he's there, that fuck, man. I really did like that restaurant. Yeah, well,
We're just gonna kill him at a restaurant? That sounds like a terrible idea.
I guess we could follow him.
Yeah, come on. Jeez Louise.
Bunch of amateurs.
Hey, we could do the thing I did on the highway.
I feel like for her, that's like, why the fuck would we do that? Like, that makes no sense. Then we have a room full of fucking witnesses. Like, that makes no sense. Anyways.
I mean, we fucking assert ourselves as a new power in town. Pay everybody off and.
She's giving you a very
Walk out.
exasperated expression right now. Like,
Look, now's not a time to be making that play. Someday, but not now.
so if he's there, so we don't actually want to meet him if he does go?
I don't think we gain anything by meeting with him.
I feel like it might not be a terrible idea to
I don't think.
hear out what he might have to
I
say.
don't think we should expose ourselves like that.
We're already
I
exposed.
mean, I'm already exposed. So.
Well, okay, no, they're looking, but we're walking as we're talking.
We're probably ducked into an alley at this point if we're gathered up.
Yeah, if they're looking for us, that's a problem, right? But I mean, as long as we're not out in the open where they know where we are, we're still safe. If we go to this meeting, they'll know where we are. And
I
then
could
we
just
can-
go to the meeting.
I would not go to that meeting, Rosie.
I feel like information might be good to have.
It's not worth anybody dying. Any one of us, at least. Because I guarantee that's what he's going to try and pull. He wants to do the same thing we do.
All right, question for David. Do we know if there is any level of like sort of an honor among thieves type of thing where it's like a meeting in a public place is sort of respected, or is it just like they would totally just take out a gun and shoot you point blank if you went to go to this Italian restaurant or whatever it was?
You go to the Olive Garden, you will die.
Yeah, exactly. They hit a gun in the endless breadsticks.
No, it's a trap.
Just because I have, at low levels worked in circles, so it's like, do I know if there is any level of decorum with this, or is Dan pretty on the nose that there's no holds barred with shit like this?
I would say for something like that, it depends on if the establishment is owned by that mafia or not. If it's
like
owned
if it could
by
be covered
them,
up.
yeah, if it's owned by them, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get shot in the middle of the restaurant.
Okay.
Should we go scope out the Jade Rose then?
Does anybody know if Jade Rose is owned by the Orphan?
Yeah. That would be something could we collectively pool our knowledge to see if anyone knows who might own that place?
Yeah, I mean, how would you guys like to try and figure that out?
Oh, I got it. So Jade Rose,
Jazz Rose.
maybe they their chefs may have done laundry.
Bringing it
at
in.
the laundromat because they need their stuff cleaned, and a lot of times laundromats will make deals with restaurants to clean their shit. So would I know anything about the Jade Rose contract with our laundromat that I'm hoping exists?
Give me a history check.
This is a
I got a +0. 16.
Hey, that's a good roll.
Hey, good roll.
Oh yeah, you know that place is owned by Orc Mafia.
Oh yeah, that place is crawling with them.
Yeah, we're gonna get whacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get whacked.
As much as I agree and would like to actually meet with them, that's not the place to do it.
We can leave another note.
Not
How would we
there.
get it to them?
Mr. Rotten, unfortunately, I happen to be allergic to Duro meat and meatballs. I will need you to pick another establishment.
Preferably not one owned by
I have a
yourself.
gluten allergy, you see.
Oh, do we know of a bar that's owned by like either like the one of the other mafias or by the police?
They never
Or
going
like
to
the,
fucking
the
meet
police
there.
stations?
We need to find like a neutral ground somewhere.
Neutral place.
There's no way they'd agree to a meeting in some faction controlled establishment.
I mean, just to answer your question, AAA, you would know Embers is a very popular, non-affiliated with any side bar.
Look, I refuse to meet Hanukkah.
What about
I'm
Ember?
not meet Drac the Rotten at Embers either.
Why?
I'm not doing it. I played
Why?
Cyberpunk. I never went to Embers. I'm not doing it now. I refuse. But if I'm outvoted, we can go to Embers.
Embers is called?
Yes, it's a bar.
That's just kind of a neutral zone.
Yep.
Well, we just need to figure out how we get this note to him then.
Also, what time is it in the game?
That took you a few hours. It's probably about 3.
Okay, we should probably move.
Do we want to scope this out to see if he's there, or do we want to just avoid this meeting altogether?
I think avoid.
Yeah.
If we're not even gonna, if it's owned by work,
Okay.
we should.
So no
Okay.
note.
I'll leave a different note. I'll just leave it like outside somewhere. I'm not even gonna go inside.
Give it to the spider.
I'll. Oh, actually, I think I can do something with this. I'll use Cal as a magic pin to graffiti the wall in the alleyway outside Rosie's building, and I'll just leave my note there.
Okay.
And I'll say, Embers, I'll write tomorrow's date, and it's what, 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Just scribble that like over a trash can. Embers,
All right.
26, 8 p.m. And I'll make it neon blue.
So it really stands out.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on the docket
Yes.
for today then?
And we probably need to go find Bruno.
Yeah, we should probably, inform Bruno of the situation. I can get there pretty quick.
I think we'd all like to get there pretty quick.
And we do.
But should we all be seen together?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, whoever is known about should probably go see Bruno.
Yeah, so that would be me and Dan.
Yeah, the three of you hang back. We'll go ahead and just like keep an eye out outside.
I'm good at that.
All right. So we'll take 2 cars, two taxis, and head over to the diner.
All right.
Welcome back to the game, Bruno.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Bruno? What are you doing? What is this?
Is your belly just like inflated?
So, if you have enough money, they keep giving you waffles.
Oh god.
How many gold have you gone through?
You just
Yes.
come to an even fatter Bruno covered in maple syrup.
He's so sick.
They don't stop it. Ugh.
He gets a
Are we
plus
in there?
one bonus
Are
for
we
every.
meeting with Bruno?
I mean, it sounds like it. One of you guys are at the very least.
There you are, Bruno. Jesus. Can you get out of the booth?
Does the table move?
Table doesn't move.
Oh, table doesn't move.
All right. Yeah, Rosie, just. Oh, fuck.
We're both like the weakest people at the party.
Yeah, you take his hands. I'll push his hips from in the booth. I'll just.
Oh
scooch
God! Just
All right, she'll start hugging, and she's like, "I'm really not strong enough for this."
You think I am?
No. Well, I would assume you're
Sucking your
made
gut,
of
Bruno.
metal.
Don't have a heart attack. Out you go.
Oh my god.
All right.
I could cast grease on him.
No, don't waste it, man.
You grease him out of the booth.
We'll, if we have to use butter from the table, use fucking butter.
there's some butter right over there.
He's,
All right.
he's covered in butter and syrup, so he's equally sticky as he is slippery.
I'm not touching that. So.
Just, oh my god.
If you want to rub butter all over Bruno, that is all you, man.
I'm already buttered up.
Waffle butter.
Delicious.
Anyways, what's going on? What?
Yeah. We'll spend 5 minutes getting Bruno out of the booth. We'll pay his check, and then we'll fucking head out to the party. All right. So listen, developments on the Drac front. So he wants to meet us at Jazz Rose, which is his restaurant. We're not going to do that. We talked to Rosie's papa.
Why do you keep calling him that? Oh
I called him Pappy last time. You said not to. So
stop making it weird.
Pappy.
we met with Rosie's daddy, and he said,
I was gonna say it's only gonna get weirder.
You know what? Keep calling him daddy, and I'll tell him that he called you daddy.
we met with Mr. Datura, and he basically told us, yeah, lay low. He did, however, say that he would be willing to meet us tomorrow at this address at 3 p.m. And it turns out his house is in surveillance, which is concerning. So,
So it was a really good idea. I did not come with.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Because I'm famous because I was on the front page.
Yeah, no, that might have gone poorly. So yeah, we're gonna lay low. Rez got us a place, and we will be hiding out there. We're kind of stalling Drac for time. We're hoping maybe long shot that we can get him out in the open for a meeting, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
So I'm a little hopped up on waffles right now. So we had scheduled a meeting, but I'm guessing
No,
that's not a real meeting.
He owns the restaurant. Yeah, no, we're not going.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I could always show up. I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
I really wouldn't.
I feel like I could really go for some pasta.
I'm concerned half the party is wanting to show up at this meeting.
I just want to kill someone, Plette.
I get that. You will die if you go to this meeting. You'll take one guy with you.
I'm just saying I took down 3 human gods all by myself.
All right, that's
Made it
great.
to the front page of the paper.
These are orc mobsters we're talking about, all right? And the fucking restaurant full of them. I would not go to that meeting. So we're stalling. We're trying to get a meeting set up at Embers tomorrow night. He's probably not going to bite, but hey, maybe he will. I'm hoping Rosie's dad has something for us tomorrow. That is my hope right now. Otherwise,
I don't know
we're
if
going to
he's
have to
ever
start
gonna-
doing some legwork.
I feel like he's gonna be mad at me.
I'm sure he is.
And I go as a messenger and say like, nah, no home turf, whatever.
We already let them know.
You know, you can talk to my dad tomorrow. I'm just gonna not show up. I'm good.
I can talk to daddy tomorrow.
Oh my god. Where are we going? Can I just leave? I want this all to be over.
I mean, we're filling Bruno in, and I think we're going to the safe house that Rez found, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay. What time is it, DM?
It's low after 3.
Oh, okay. Like I can hang out at the safe house. No, I need to meet an acquaintance around 8 o'clock. I'd rather not expose anything too much.
Right, your meeting. Did you have a location for that?
Yes.
Do you need backup?
Nah, I'm good.
Do you think you can get from the safe house there and back safely?
Well, I just don't want. I'm the most exposed right now. I don't think it would be good.
I mean, all three of us are the most exposed. Let's be real. They know.
I would like to remind you I was on the front page of the news.
That's great. I was followed twice by the same guys in the car, and they broke down Rosie's door and fucked up her apartment. They know us. They know the three of us.
Yes,
That's why
but
here.
I'm also known by the commoners, unlike you.
You were knowing 100.
And you're doing a great job. Listen, if you can make it there and back, fine, go for it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
let us know if you need backup, please, because I'd
Okay.
rather you not just get picked up and fucking whacked.
No,
Streets
I
alone.
trust my contact. We're good.
All right. Well, to the safe house.
All right. To the safe house. Yeah, you takes a little walking from the diner where you all were at, and you eventually get there to the place that Rez said it was, and it's not a pretty looking place. Dan, it's probably
Feels like home.
I would say it's probably a little worse than your home.
Really?
But it's
It is
safe.
not good.
Any beds?
There are some pots on the floor.
Pots?
Yeah,
Cots.
pots.
Oh, cots.
COTS.
There's probably some pots on the floor too. To like catch the drips from the ceiling.
Sure.
Yeah, the faucet is constantly dripping. The one faucet that's in here. The toilet is just on the other side of the room. There's
Well,
no
this feels like home.
cover.
Takes me back. Well, this is the place.
We could probably
Hey,
stay here
Cody.
for at least a few days.
Hopefully,
Nice.
won't be too necessary. But yeah, this is
It's something.
it's something. Good work, Rez.
Well, do we just kill time till Bruno's meeting?
I guess so. Yeah.
Not really anything pressing.
Man, this place looks a lot like Rosie's apartment.
I don't have that safe house on Tailspire.
That's all right. I don't have the tail fire up right now since we're not doing anything combat
Yeah.
related.
So yeah, kill time. Eventually, or the meeting has come and gone by at 4. Time passes by. Eventually, Bruno slips out for his liaison, so to say.
Liaison.
Yeah. So you trying to be sneaky to get to your liaison?
Yes. Because it's dark time now, so should we? Yeah. I haven't done too much. Let's put some effort into this.
All right, give me a stealth check if you're trying to get there sneaky like.
15 plus 9, 24.
Ooh, pretty dang good.
Sneak with the butter and the syrup.
You still
No,
haven't
I
washed
clean-
yourself.
I washed myself.
Sorry.
Look
Shitty
back at
sink.
hair.
It takes a while because the sink, it'll start and then it just stops.
Oh, lovely.
I got that.
Run it for about 30 seconds and we'll stop being brown.
But you notice, even though you are clean, you still smell like maple syrup and butter.
Yeah.
That's
And
fine.
nothing will get rid of that smell.
Yeah, the CFOs don't. They don't got fucking soap.
That's fine. I smell delicious. I smell yummy.
Oh no. Okay.
Bruno might be going to eat some kitty shit.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
It's better than the alternative.
Is it?
Jacob likes to make.
I'm just saying.
He likes goblins, guys. This has been very well established.
I'm surprised he doesn't play Goblin more often.
Someday.
So, anyways, you're stealthing through. It's going pretty good, and eventually you come up on the street, 516 Silver Lane. Duck into the alley. Wait a bit, and then just from nowhere you hear a voice. Hey, been a while since I've talked with you. How you been?
Picked up a new job. Got a bit of infamy, you know.
Was that you in the papers?
Oh, you know it.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Promise I'll only blackmail you a little bit with that.
Oh. As long as it gets me another job, let's go.
Yeah, so about that. So, what kind of heat you looking for?
Something a little off in the distance. We're still wrapping up the current job.
All right. I got a few.
Mm-hmm.
First one, we got some goods that need to go from point A to point B.
Okay.
No questions asked. They just need to get there. Real inconspicuous, like just deliver your package. Should be pretty simple. Pays all right. Then we got this real important VIP type person. Needs a little bit of extra protection. Make sure he also, it's kind of like the package. Get him from point A to point B. Make sure nothing happens to him.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last one is going to be acquiring, I should say, some items before they're shipped off to their business. So, what one's sounding up your alley, and I can give you some more details about that.
I think the good deliveries is right up our alley.
All right, point A to point B. So that one is going to take about 3 days before we get the package that we need you to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too soon or too late for you?
That is a good question.
Can I help you, Tenson?
He's hungry.
3 days, so we get tomorrow. So when I'm trying to remember when we meet in the dad again.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
I think 3 days. 3 days is pretty good. I think we could wrap it up by then.
Good. All right. Here's what you need to know, and he's just going to, or the voice that you heard, seemingly steps out of a shadow, and hands you a wrapped up scroll, and in it you see 3 things. It'll be a red package. It'll need to be picked up from the silk spices.
What spices?
The silk spices.
Silk spices. Okay.
And then from there, it needs to be delivered across town to the Harbor View, which you would know is it's kind of a fishery that lies on one of the rivers. But that is almost on the other side of Ventura. It would probably take you guys about half a day just to walk them to get.
Okay.
Real simple, like. Just get it from point A to point B. Make sure nothing happens. Make sure nobody sees you. Right is right. You just gotta drop it off. Don't need to meet nobody. Real simple, like.
All right. Roughly, how big is the package? Is it like one man carry?
Yeah, one man should be able to carry. Although with you, you'll probably need another one of you.
Oh. Okay,
Is that how it is?
I understand. All right, so then we will see you in 3 days.
Oh, you
Or-
won't be seeing
You know
me.
what I mean? Yes, I understand. You know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for you?
No, I think that is it. Thank you very much for the intel and the job.
Of course. And as soon as you say that, you just see this man slink back into the shadow, and he's gone.
One day, I will also slink into the shadows. All right, I head back on up.
All right.
Look at Bruno hustling.
It's almost like I'm a criminal,
It's all about that grind culture.
lining up the next job.
I think we have some things we need to tie up with this one first.
Yes, we have 3 days. Anyway, so I head back.
Cool. Head back.
Yep.
Bruno walks in. You guys all get a big waft of syrup.
Hey, Bruno.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do present our next job. In 3 days' time, we will be delivering a package from Silk Spices to the harbor fishery.
That seems like something a delivery man would do.
Yes, it is a delivery job.
That seems outside of your character.
They expecting trouble on this job? Why are they hiring out for
Yeah, exactly.
this kind of talent?
I'm going to say it is most obviously illegal goods.
Where did you find this job exactly?
I know a man about a horse.
What?
It's, anyway,
I was taking a shit. This guy's offering me a job.
I talked to this horseman, and he gave
It's
me a
pretty
job.
close to what I'm to Dan, so.
Taking the piss. The guy offered to buy my dick. So shit, I ain't using it.
Well, for now, I don't think we need to worry about it too much. That seems like a simple
yeah.
job.
Certainly not opposed.
exactly.
Money's good. Probably should handle this one before.
Oh, yes, of course. I have a feeling in 3 days' time, at least we should make some kind of.
All
Something.
this will be resolved.
Not all of it, but enough so that we don't have to care.
Here's hoping.
We'll all be dead.
What?
Or that.
And this will be
Here's hoping
resolved.
we'll all be dead.
That's
Well-
not what I meant.
I think there's nothing else to do tonight.
Let's
We
I'll set
sleep.
alarm on the windows and doors to the safe house before I go to bed.
Anybody
Is this
wants
safe
to?
house like a multi-story thing, or is it just like a little podunk of like an apartment, or?
This has a second floor, but it looks like this is just the second floor is just storage. There's nobody in there.
Like an attic.
Yeah,
Well, if you've
it
got
is
an alarm,
surprisingly small compared to all the other buildings.
is it even worth taking watches?
Probably not. Besides, I'm in a trance anyway.
Also, it is specifically a safe house, so
Yeah.
presumably nobody knows about it.
It blows up.
Great. Damn it, guys! We should have checked for bombs.
I told you we'd all be dead. Alright, we sleep.
All right,
Sleep.
fell asleep.
Does it resolve?
It's on the stack. It resolves.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
You wake up in the morning. It's a new morning, bright day.
We wait till
It
the
smells like
afternoon.
pancakes.
Probably
Yeah.
gross. Cool. So we got a meeting today.
Potentially too.
Potentially too.
You think they're gonna be mad that we didn't show up to the meeting that they offered us?
Yes.
Yes.
Noted.
I mean, if we're planning to kill him, I don't really give a shit. Before we proceed, question for the party regarding this potential fight we're looking at. I feel like I didn't coordinate very well with you guys last time, and I'd rather not make the same mistake again. So, what can I do to be helpful?
I can
To
think
you
of one
guys.
thing.
I think Rosie would kind of chuckle at that.
Rez was quick to act.
Just meet Dan's gaze. I don't know how to say another word.
Don't
Cool.
make
Point taken.
assumptions.
Is there anything else I can do? I'll cop to not being much of a fighter myself. I think that's pretty plain on its face. I know that's more your area of expertise, Rez.
Don't jump to conclusions. Don't make assumptions.
What kind of magic can you cast?
Well, I can shoot magic missiles. And I can put people to sleep. And I can make people slightly worse at shit.
What spell is that?
Silver barbs.
Oh.
But we could take I could take the day to go procure some magic because I got some cash I could actually blow on some spells.
This might be a good day for that.
Honestly,
You can blow cash on spells.
I mean, yeah, they're expensive.
Interesting. You fangled types with your books.
With my knife. Good old Cal. But yeah, no, I mean, we could probably grab a couple of spells if we want them.
What kind of magic could you get access to?
Well, I could get stuff to shoot people more in the same vein as Mr. Magic Missile. We could get something that could stun people within a short distance of myself. We could get speed up. We could make a cloud of fog. I mean, we got options. Ray of sickness. Hideous laughter. That one's fun.
Someone leave?
It was Chani. I mean, you would know more than us
Yeah.
about what would
It
benefit.
really depends what role you
I
want
don't-
to play.
Well, I don't know what would benefit you guys up front. Is my question. Is there a weakness that I can hold up for you somehow?
Well, stopping them from attacking us is not a bad thing.
Okay. That's a point in favor of Tasha's.
Oh, I feel like Rosie would pipe in and say, I have Tasha's.
You should prep that today. Wait, Tasha's brew or Tasha's laughter?
Oh, Tasha's brew.
Okay, nah, we want the laughter.
Okay.
Tasha's brew's terrible. She's a horrible brewer. The color spray, I don't know what the range on that is.
120.
Oh, that's not even. It's a 15-foot cone.
Oh,
That's not much.
I don't know how
I'm
good
thinking
a cone is
chromatic
going to be.
Color spray is probably not going to help us, and that just blinds people.
that's actually good though because it gives us advantage.
Yeah,
I'll say, and like,
but I have
I'm
to
gonna
be within
sus-
15 feet of the fighting, which I would prefer to.
Well, Well, I mean, urban combat's usually pretty close, so I'm.
True. But he doesn't want to hit us
Yeah, that's what
Also
I'm more
true.
worried about.
because he's already done that.
Yeah. I'd rather avoid doing that again. Cause Fear, I'm pretty sure, is also a cone. No, actually, Cause Fear is a single target.
Unless you upcast it.
Would snare be a helpful spell?
No, because you got to set that up ahead of time.
Okay. Well, I currently have Alarm, Catapult, Cure Wounds, Detect Magic, and Disguise.
Catapult's a fun one.
Catapult's good. That'll hurt.
That's a pretty good spell list, honestly.
I think you flick coins.
Oh, she has like a bunch of little nuts and
Utility
bolts.
Yeah. Give sickness. That's just 2d8 and poison. Okay. Laughter sounds like that might be worth buying. I'll go see if I can buy that.
We'll be here.
All right. I'm gonna go try and procure Tasha's hideous laughter.
Don't
from
forget to
Maiden
disguise
Magic
yourself.
Shop. Yep.
All right.
All right,
So-
Dan.
Give me, or do you have any place that you immediately want to try?
I mean, I'm sure Dan knows places that sells magic, but I don't.
Yeah,
So-
I'd say give me a quick history with advantage since you know the places pretty well.
Okay, so 19.
Yeah, you know Thomas Eddie's tinctures sells magic spells at lower levels.
Okay, yeah. So I will go and try to procure Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay. So for that,
I believe it's 50 gold pieces per spell level.
yeah, yep. So yeah, that's gonna run you 50 for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have that available.
Okay. So that'll be 50. Ooh, cool. And then while we're in here, I just want to ask Cal, because other people can't hear him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I just want to ask Cal, it's like, it's a question, Cal. You said you helped me copy spells quickly, right?
That is one of my abilities. Yes.
How hard would it be for you to copy some of the scrolls lying around here while we're perusing, say? Can you do that without drawing too much attention to yourself?
Out of curiosity, what does it say for that ability that you've got?
So this ability lets me copy spells at a pace of 2 minutes per spell level.
Okay.
But it doesn't say anything about the cost, which I assume means that stays the same.
Yeah.
So my question is, with Cal, could I steal magic spells? And would that be worth it?
I'd say, given that it has the ability to transform into a dagger, I mean, if you thought up some way to inconspicuously get it close enough to a scroll for a while, that is a possibility.
Okay. So if I could browse a magic shop without drawing attention to myself, I could theoretically steal magic from them.
Potentially. The only issue is these scrolls are all wrapped up, and you would need to be able to see them.
Got it.
But Plette, that's evil.
Yeah, Plette.
Stealing?
Oh shit, you're right. You're right. My bad.
Stealing is wrong.
All right, I'll pay for Tasha's. I'll thank the fucking guy, and I will literally copy it within 2 minutes of walking out the door, and I will have that prepped for the day.
All right.
So I know.
Was that a scroll that you bought then?
I assume that's what they're selling.
So does that mean you could hand that off to another caster and they could cast it as well, right?
No, when you copy a scroll as a wizard into your spell book, the scroll is consumed.
Oh, damn.
He copied it and then burned it immediately.
But now I can cast it indefinitely. So I'll have that, and I will de-prep alarm because I can just cast that as a ritual.
All right. So what's the plan for today, gents?
Well, we got a meeting at 3.
I think that's what we're waiting for.
I don't want to
Yeah.
go to the meeting.
We did?
Uh-uh.
Why?
They're gonna kill me.
Okay. You were the last person he would kill, if anybody.
We'll see.
You kill all
I'm
of us
good.
first, and then you last.
As I said, the last person. Look, you're the one with the connection to this man. We're a bunch of fucking strangers. We need you there. Rosie.
You got this. You got
Rosie?
this. I'm good. I'm
Rosie?
good. No, it's
Rosie?
okay. That's gonna be
Rosie?
a really uncomfortable situation.
Oh no, you're uncomfortable? Wow, you might die tomorrow.
That would be preferable at this point in time.
Holy shit. Come on.
What a
Any?
millennial.
Any?
No, that's Zoomers.
And
Right.
the sweet release of death.
Yep.
Boo.
No more social awkwardness. No more social situations that make her uncomfortable. Win-win.
I'm gonna have to drag Rosie to this meeting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, if
Rosie is
you
so
want to
against
die, your dad will help you do it. So let's go. We're going.
it.
Get in the car.
No, I'm good.
Plette, make a persuasion check.
It's not how it works.
I got a 13.
Not enough.
Get in the fucking car.
I didn't
I-
help.
I got nothing.
I'm good.
Okay.
Rez.
You're the strong one.
I could, but I'm not super into just like forcing characters to do shit. As a player,
Rosie.
Rez would.
Rosie, we needs to go. With an 18.
I'll stay in the car. I just will get in the car.
What if you get to dress up Bruno?
I'll stay in the car.
Damn it.
All right, let's go meet Mr. Datura.
Are we all going?
Fun. Have a great time. Probably not. I don't want to have like the whole group.
Yeah, it seems like it would be intimidating.
I don't think we intimidate him.
I don't think. No.
So I should go with.
I don't think it's intimidating. I think at this point, Rosie wants she involved the fuck out of him, but she doesn't want to have the whole group show up as well.
I feel like the group should go. Whether we all are in the meeting necessarily is maybe up for debate, but we should all be
Yeah,
there.
we'll be around.
Yeah, I just don't know if everybody should be there for the meeting.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely Rosie and Dan, and then I would say it would either be Rez or AAA because he's met them before.
Oh, Rosie's gonna be in the meeting?
No, but I have a feeling she's gonna be dragged into it. So
Just preparing for it.
yeah, I'm preparing for it.
All right, well, everybody get in the car. We're going.
I get in the car.
We do that.
We're in the car.
Say it so we do it.
You drive to the or you get driven to the place because you guys don't have a car. You
Cram
get a
into
taxi.
the backseat of a taxi.
It's very cramped.
Move your pony ass, AAA.
It's not fun to sit next to.
For some reason, Bruno got shotgun.
Rosie asked the cab driver, "Can I sit in the front seat?"
Bruno's already there.
I already called it.
You can sit in my lap. Bruno.
You could
Bruno's
sit in
Bruno's got the seat pushed all the way back and his feet are just dangling.
Rez is right behind her,
Like-
just like scrunched up.
This is the life.
Messenger princess.
Okay, so they drop you off at the Roosevelt apartment or the Roosevelt complex, and you can see that this is kind of a warehouse-like area. It's very large, very open, and you just kind of see a lot of people kind of milling about, working, carrying metal bars, pulling them, things like that. It seems like a fabrication place.
Interesting.
It's outfit.
Well, you guys have fun.
Rosie, come on.
No,
This is your dad.
I'm good.
It's just your dad. Is anything wrong?
Rosie, do you want me to interact with your father without you there? Really?
Look at that speedo.
Guys.
You're looking just to impress.
I'm good. He's gonna fucking murder me.
You're gonna have to talk to him eventually. Just get it over with.
I don't want to do it today.
He is your daddy.
Oh god. Can I just pretend I'm somebody else? Hey Rez, can I just pretend I'm you? Because he's seen you before, and I'll just disguise myself.
Sure.
Oh thank god. Okay, I'll go.
I'm also gonna go.
No! I feel like she'd use disguise self, and then you would you start following, and she'd be like, what the fuck, Rez? No!
Too late.
Let's go. Come on.
You just made me waste the spell slot.
We're gonna be late. Let's go.
God damn it. God damn it.
That was too perfect.
That's how you get Rosie in.
Rosie's just still gonna be Rez, though.
There's gonna be two
There's
Reds.
gonna be two Rez. She's terrifying.
Okay,
Sorry, Chani.
so-
I don't like being an asshole.
But it's too easy.
Rosie's too gullible, I understand.
Okay,
Alright, so
you guys-
Rez'Veela, and Dan go to the meeting.
two Rez'Veelas and a Dan walk in,
Oh, and Bruno.
Oh,
looks
and
like.
Bruno.
and Bruno walk into a bar.
Wait, no, not Bruno. Not Bruno because he's been seen in the newspaper.
He's compromised.
Oh, right. That was why
Yeah.
you didn't go the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
But I thought this was supposed to be the meeting in a place where he's not compromised.
Yeah, he's not being surveilled. That's why he picked this place.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we could.
yeah.
I don't really have. I don't care
Okay.
either way.
For me, I just don't like. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you guys want.
You don't want to be associated with the godbug.
We've already exposed our whole party.
Okay. Well, if Bruno's going, I don't need to go. So y'all have a great time.
No, come on.
No, you-
Come on.
It'll look confusing if two residents separate.
It'd be more
I don't.
suspicious.
I'm Rez.
If
Grr.
you guys are already together and then you separate,
Okay. I knock on his
We're going in.
door.
So yeah, you guys walk in to this kind of steel foundry, and most people are ignoring you, but one bloke looks up and says, "Y'all look lost. You know where you're supposed to be?"
Yeah, we got a meeting. 3 o'clock.
And at that, he squints and pulls out a little piece of paper. Says, "Oh, all right, follow me." And he leads you down to a small office room. And he lets you all in. There's not enough chairs for you, but there is a office, just kind of office with a wooden chair in front of the desk. And he says, "They'll be with you in a bit." And he closes the door.
Rosie's gonna try to hide behind Rez as like. She's gonna try to blend into another
Like
Rez.
some kind of weird
You're like-
shadow.
Yeah,
Cat.
like a weird shadow.
you're like a cat at the vet. Just like find any crevice to like.
Oh no,
fall on.
it's a place to hide. Rosie's gonna fucking hide.
So there's one Rez standing by the door, and there's one hiding under the desk.
Exactly.
No, she won't be under the desk. He'll know that's where he's gonna sit.
It's too obvious.
All right.
Is there like a tree she can just try to hide behind?
A tree.
Big
This
tree.
is an office.
We're in an office building.
Is there a cabinet she can try to just hide behind?
And as you're saying that, the desk kind of goes transparent as you see your father walk out of it from the floor up, and then takes a seat in his chair. And as soon as he does, he puts his hands back on the desk, and the desk seems solid once again. And it's no longer
It
transparent.
just phased out of the desk.
He phased out of the desk, sat down, and put his hands on the desk, and it's solid again.
Is your father a desk?
What the fuck?
Nice trick.
Rosie says nothing. Because if she opens her mouth, Ida will know it's her. So she's just gonna mean mug, act like Rez.
Afternoon, everyone. How's
Howdy.
everyone faring today? I see you're all still alive. It's good to hear. I'm glad you took my advice. Did you happen to have the meeting?
No, they wanted to meet at the Jazz Rose, which I don't know, struck me as a bad idea.
Well, there goes the chance for diplomacy. I can tell you that.
Well,
I feel like the odds of us getting whacked and then at a front are pretty high.
Well,
Please, David. I should have walked in there as a messenger. I'm just saying. Anyway,
I mean, Rosie wanted to walk in there too, so.
Dan was the only one that didn't.
Yeah.
Did everyone literally want to go to the restaurant yesterday?
I wanted to go to the restaurant.
I think like more than half of us did.
I wanted to get lobster pasta.
you made the comment about how everyone in the party wanted to go.
I said half the party. I didn't realize everybody.
Yeah, no, it was like everybody.
More than half. the
Maybe you saved us
party.
from getting killed. Who knows?
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll see.
Anyway, here's
Anyway.
What are we here for
So-
exactly?
Figure out
What the
how
hell
to
happened
good
at that
point.
meeting you guys had the other day?
figure out how to get out of this mess.
Yes, well, I'm given to understand Mr. Datura can speak more freely here, so I figured a second meeting would be more productive.
and what is it you'd like to discuss about exactly?
Well, you were very evasive about a potential relationship with a certain Nina Nero, and I wanted to clarify if we were on the same page there or not, because you were, again, not very forthcoming on that front.
I have my reasons, as I'm sure you might guess.
I'm sure. But my question to you still stands. Would this not be the benefit of you and your friends if Mr. Rotten was out of the picture?
I think it would benefit everyone if he was out of the picture, yes.
Okay, cool. So we're in agreement. What can you do to assist your darling Rosie in making sure she comes out victorious
Rosie's not here.
over this terrible, terrible man?
It's just 2 reses.
It's just 2 reses.
The only reason I'm having this meeting is because it's affected my daughter. I just want you to know that.
I am well aware.
I could give you this information, but not directly. As I imagine you can guess, this type of information, if it is found out, is very traceable. So, as such, I don't want it to be traced back to me.
Fair enough.
I know several places he goes to, several places he can be followed from, and several places where he's not safe at.
These are good leads.
They are. But here's the problem. I don't think you all would be able to take him. It's the problem, and why I haven't given you this information right away.
We can't take him?
Honestly, as it is right now, don't believe so.
We can't take him alone or him and his crew?
He's almost always got some crew members with him. This is the thing.
Almost always isn't always.
It's true. Trying to find him without them is harder than finding him with them. Much
I
harder.
find that we are a very resourceful, scrappy little crew.
We have a whole mission under our belt.
One successful mission. Yeah.
Yes. Successful.
We're one for one. No.
Successful.
So,
0.5.
so you don't want to give this information directly. How do you want to give it?
I can have someone drop it by to you.
Okay. That would be much appreciated.
Where's your safe house? You did say you got one?
Yeah. Question for you. Is that necessarily a wise idea to be sharing the location of our safe house? Just
I'm glad you caught that.
as a general.
What's your social security number?
Other maiden name.
I more want to know from my daughter.
Oh, she's right there.
Dan! Get me out of this.
That character right there. Dan.
She's like, Dan, I mean, wrong one.
I know you're there, sweetie. I've known you were there.
Shaking her head. Different
No.
Oh, disguise. Strong and mean.
Father always knows when his daughter is nearby.
Because of the tracking chip.
Have I ever noticed a tracking rune on Rosie at any point when I've cast detect magic?
No, you don't see that. However, if you do cast detect magic, you do know his left eye glows.
I mean, I wouldn't cast anything in front of him. I'm not gonna
Well,
fucking start
now we
shouting.
know that.
But
I mean, I can tell you, as he says that, he taps his left.
sure.
Rosie's like really uncomfortable walking towards the door. Just like,
Rosie, look, we're having a civil conversation. It's fine.
Rosie, I'm
Did
not
you
mad
grow
about
up with
you.
this man?
Rosie, I'm not mad at you breaking the law. I'm mad at you and your group being stupid. That's all.
That's fair.
That's
that's
fair.
fair. Yeah.
I mean, but we gotta start somewhere, right?
You do, but you could at least look to outside sources first for more info.
We
I mean,
are.
did you even check the car?
No.
Next time we'll check the car.
I mean, I'm just thinking, if it's the boss's car, he's got to have a way of tracking it somehow.
Look,
I look at Dan.
I've never owned a fucking car. I didn't know you could track cars. But, you know, color me surprised. Now we know.
This is how we learn.
It is how you learn, and it's also how you get killed.
Yes.
But we haven't been killed yet.
And what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Smarter.
So, anyways,
Rosie's just like, oh dear God.
cut to the chase. I would like, in exchange for this information, I would like to know which safe house my daughter is being kept at, and I will get you the info. Securely. Non-traceable.
I'll look at Rosie.
Insight check.
I will also like to insight check.
I'm gonna insight check because she's terrified of her father right now.
We have like super
Does
advantage.
she really think her dad would kill her?
I don't know. She really royally fucked up.
But
I did
might
bad. I got a
take
14.
care of us.
Oh, I just got a natural 20 on that.
16 for Rose.
She knows her dad.
Yeah, Rosie knows her dad.
Yeah, Rosie. You know, he's still a bit pissed off from yesterday. You can tell that when he's like this, he's also in his no bullshit mode. He's 100% truthful right now.
Okay.
He ain't
So
lying.
tell him the address.
See, it's good that you came.
He's really mad at me.
He's really mad at us.
Correct.
Yeah.
If I might ask, who was listening in at your apartment?
My partners.
Partners.
Yes. We have to be very careful what we say around any folk. As my job requires very sensitive information, I have to be tracked for what I say
Mm. Fair
to
enough.
our partners. To our partners, to the people who are on our contracts, everything.
So,
I think Rosie would like relax just a little bit because she was terrified he was like bugged by some like police or something. She was
Yeah.
like, oh thank God.
I'll look at you. I was a little worried the cops were listening.
Oh yeah, no. You'll see her visibly like, oh thank God.
No,
I feel so much
the cops
better
think
now.
the cops think I'm a night shift paper boy, shuffling papers around through many businesses. They don't bother me. That's just how good I am at knowing what I should and shouldn't say.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry. I learned earlier from a bartender that a cop has to tell you if they're a cop.
And he believed you?
Hey, Gary, I'm not sure that's true.
That's what he said.
He's a
God.
fool.
Probably why he's attending bar.
Oh. I don't think that's how that works, Gary.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Don't worry, Rosie's safe with us. We know what we're doing.
took down 3
I
years
think
ago.
not-
If I looks at her, she's like, she has an expression on her face like,
I'm just saying, I took down 3 human gods all by myself.
Bruno.
It's true.
Your group doesn't exactly inspire confidence in me, but it is the cards that I have been dealt with, and I have to play with as much of a shitty hand as I have been given. So, I will try my best to unfuck this fuck up, and we will go from there.
Yes, sir.
But that
Your
said,
assistance is much appreciated, sir.
since you didn't go to the meeting, lay low for a good while. Things could get bad very quickly, and I'm not going to be able to help you if things start to get ugly.
Yeah, I imagine that's kind of a short notice thing.
You talking like a few days?
At the very least.
Oh shit.
So how soon can we expect this intelligence on Mr. Rotten?
Tonight.
Huh, good. Well, I think that about covers it then.
I have a question, actually. Assuming somehow we do succeed at killing this man, are we certain this isn't just going to make everything worse for us?
Depends. If there are no survivors, might be able to get away scot-free.
That's what we thought last time.
He is one of the higher rungs. If you manage to get rid of the body in the way that you got rid of Mr. Lucius, I'll put it this way.
Slit
You
his
won't be
wrists
able
and
to
leave him in
be...
the bathtub.
Have you heard of? Oh, did you tell him about Mr. Lucius?
Oh yeah, no, she.
You would told him?
Oh, told him.
Okay. I was like, what have you heard about this?
Tell him the whole story.
Anyway,
If
Anyway.
you do that, they're not going to have a way to track you. If you get rid of the body, they're pretty quick on casting Raise Dead to ask it questions.
Sure.
So if you get rid of the body, not really a good way for them to trace you back.
Yeah, I feel like in the future we need to just keep one of those bags on hand just for fucking disposal.
I have to.
I mean, that's for the quick. Burning's always a way. Sinking it's always a way. As long as it's very, very hard to get to that body.
I mean, I'm all for dumping that
We
shit in
can
the astral
do-
plane. We're not using it.
we could figure that out once
Any
we get
number
there.
of those.
Right now.
Well, I think that means that we have concluded our business here.
Good.
I appreciate the guidance.
And intelligence. In the future, if there's anything you need done, you know where to find us.
Hand him a business card.
I'm certain he'll certainly ask us.
Oh yeah, because he totally wants our help right now.
We're gonna take care of this.
Anyway,
Dan, did you get business cards printed with the safe house's address on it?
No. To Sherry quickly press the invitations of Mr. fucking Ash. He will stand and offer to shake as we're collecting ourselves to leave.
He shakes your hand very briskly, still just a strong grip, and he says, "Oh, one more thing before I go." And he rummages into his desk. "Mr. Bruno, if you really want to stay low," and he tosses you a small wooden kind of square with a latch on it. "Cover up your facial accessories. Your mole, your unibrow. That will help you stand out a lot less."
I told you to let me wax it, Bruno.
and the mustache, I thought I was good.
Did nothing.
You do
I still
look
think he needs to notch it.
And
what did he
at
get?
that, he tossed him a disguise kit.
Oh.
Yeah. And at that, he walks into the desk again, and you can see him kind of stepping down what look like stairs.
I feel like before he'd leave, Rosie would be like, 1 second. And as everyone's getting out, and I think she just like apologized to him.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
I'm sorry.
I fucked up. All I know I'm doing crime.
Are you that surprised?
Oh, Daddy, I'm so sorry.
I think she genuinely feels like absolutely terrible about this whole situation. So yeah, no, she's gonna apologize before.
And you just like, his head was mostly down the stairwell, and you just hear a sigh, and you just hear from under the desk, "I knew you'd get into crime someday, Rosie. I just wish it wasn't this involved."
Schmucks.
These fuckers.
And then that's all you hear.
Since you were a babe, I knew you were destined for crime. Trying to shield you from it. What the call of the almighty golden eagle.
It's not your head.
And she would just join the rest of the party after that.
Well, back to the safe house for a few days, I guess.
Yeah,
Exciting.
maybe we can deliver that spice package to the port.
Get that delivery in a couple of days.
All right. We have work to do.
Well,
Do we actually have to wait 3 days to do that, or can we just do that?
Well, they have to get to the
Oh, right, we need to get the package first.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, we can skip time if necessary. I think since we started at about 8:30, I'm fine with going till about 12:30 if that's good for everybody.
Sure.
But with that said, I would like to call a quick bathroom break because I have to eat,
yes.
and we didn't have one at 10. So let's do a quick little bathroom break. Be back like 5-10 minutes or so.
Okay, I'll switch to break.
All right.
Alright, stream's back.
Anyway,
All right. So, you guys are hanging low, staying chill.
Swing up.
We continue.
Yep, he promised that you would get that info by tonight.
Cool.
yes.
Hours pass, and at midnight, seemingly out of nowhere, you guys just, as you kind of are milling about, some are sleeping, some are just up and about, you see a letter on the table, or not on the table, on the floor.
How did
Someone
that
drop
go?
this.
Is it like
Shit,
by the
my-
door?
Did any of my alarms get set off by that?
You
No.
de-prepped alarm, didn't you?
I would have alarms up while we're staying in a safe house.
What
But
did
it's
you
a
set
safe
your
house.
alarms for?
Do what?
What did you set your alarms for their triggers?
They would go off if a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area.
All right. They did not go off.
Micro
that
creature.
Is the letter addressed to anybody?
There are no markings.
Is there seal?
There is just a plain wax seal.
How do we know it's plain?
I'm gonna open it.
Uh-oh.
You'll never know. It's broken now. Glitters everywhere.
What does it say?
This will take forever to clean up.
Okay, so you will see a list of 4 different locations. The Painted Rose, and you see underneath it a time, 7 p.m. on Friday. You then see
What day is it?
it is currently, let's see, so that was Thursday. It was when we first started, so this would be Friday. So you've already missed that. It's basically Friday night. It would have just hit Saturday morning, technically, because it's past midnight.
We didn't get the info until until the middle of the night.
I know.
Yes, we waited
This
a
is
week.
a schedule.
He did say.
Oh, this is a weekly thing.
Yes, this is
Okay,
like
got
a
it.
schedule.
It's like here's useless information. Alright, what's next?
The Ruby Palace, which is on Tuesdays at 1 a.m.
Okay.
And then the last one is the Emerald Lounge, which is on Sundays at 10 a.m.
Are these all public venues?
Yeah, did these spark anything in any of our brains?
Give me a general history check.
Was it 3 or 4?
Or yes, 4 places.
That was an out one.
No,
So you gave us 3.
Yes. The fourth place is the Spiced Chamber.
I have a 16 on history.
And then you would see that on Tuesdays as well at noon.
And you said it was a history check.
Yes.
I rolled shit.
I rolled 16.
Nice.
I rolled a 17 plus 5.
Ooh.
Get my dice out.
So 22.
What history?
Yes.
6.
Well done, Bruno.
Is what I do.
Okay. So I think I heard the highest roll was a 26.
22.
22. I got the 6 and the 20 mixed up. Okay. So on a 22, Rosie, you would know about the spice chamber. You know it is a it's a bar. Surprise, surprise. They serve a lot of spiced rum. That's kind of their main thing. You would also know about the Ruby Palace. It is a kind of a late night gentleman's club. And then the other two you would not have heard, at least for you.
Okay. She tells them the Ruby Palace is a gentleman's club and the Spice Chamber is a bar.
Yeah, it sounds like witnesses. But we might be able to work around that.
We're not going to not have witnesses if we're killing this guy.
They could burn the whole building down.
That didn't work well for us last time.
I mean, it would have if we had known about the contract.
And as long as the body burns, I mean, doesn't matter.
Well, in the interest of thoroughness, I suppose we should scope these last two places.
Probably. Get a sense of layout. Make a plan.
You could send Gary and Bruno to do that.
The person that no one knows about and the person that everyone knows about.
Bruno's pretty
I
sneaky.
got the disguise now. Simmer down.
You guys can take my spider.
I already have Drago, and I pull out my cockroach.
Oh yeah.
Drago
That
I see
27.
that
sentence
the
could have
spider.
gone very wrong. That
What
sentence
was
could have
that?
been very wrong if your mic cut out. Oh yeah, I
pull
got
out
my
my-
cock.
I have my cock.
I pull out Drago, my cat. I could wear him as a brooch.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I guess we scope. We say it, so we do
The
it.
next
What
day.
is- Yes. I mean,
Alright,
you could
cool.
technically do it in the night.
That makes too much sense.
What's the plan? Wait until morning or doing it now?
I mean, they're the ones doing it whenever they want.
What do you think, Wayland? Or Bruno?
I say whenever it is most likely to be active.
It's the middle of the night, so it's like midnight. Is it
So-
same? Is it same rules in America? So bars close at 2.
Most bars close pretty late. You would know that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we should probably investigate now, right? Just get a lay of the land.
I'd say just to scope it out and get a feel for the joint, get the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we go.
Yes.
They go.
So
We do
you're
it.
going to check out the spice chamber. It sounds like then.
Yes.
So that's the bar.
Wait, I thought you guys
Yeah.
were just checking out the two we didn't know anything about.
Yeah. Whatever the ones we don't know.
The paint was in the emerald.
So the Painted Rose and the Emerald Lounge are the ones you do not know
Yeah,
about.
we just need to know what these places are to see if there's any lesser chance that there's going to be witnesses.
Yeah. We need to inspect what kind of businesses they are and how busy they are, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Go in for a stroll
Okay.
with the mustache.
So you would see the. So I guess are you guys trying to be sneaky about it before I should say anything?
I look at Bruno. Hell yeah, we should be sneaky.
Super sneaky.
Are you wearing sneakers?
They go squeak.
Maybe you should change your shoes.
Well, then you can't sneak.
He's wearing squeakers.
All right, give me some
I got-
stealth check.
She's
I
on
got
the
a
dice.
22. I got 22 stealth.
Well, that's
Hey,
more than
21
helpful,
stealth.
baby.
Let's go.
Hey.
There's a blanket right next to her for this.
All right, so on that,
This fucking cat.
you guys, nice and quiet, go through. Take some time to get to these locations. Here's another question: are you guys going to split up to each location, or just go to each location together?
We should stay together.
Yeah.
Fortuna is a dangerous place at night.
It's true. There's goblin rogues and and archers all about.
Would suck if we
Speaking
leveled
about-
up first.
Anyways, you guys come across the Painted Rose, which is closed. You can see that it is a mix of art and kind of a restaurant. Like you can kind of see peering through the windows. There's lots of artistry hung up on the walls, paintings, statues just kind of littered throughout. But at the same time, there are tables interspersed. It looks like kind of a high-class restaurant.
Does it have the same kind of structure as the Wench's Desire?
No.
So there is an upper floor, or like there's like there's other entrances besides the
Correct. This seems like a standard kind of restaurant.
Okay. This place looks legit. Do you wanna take a stroll inside?
No.
Fair enough.
My guess would be probably have some kind of alarm.
All right.
Emerald Lounge is the next one.
Yeah.
All right.
We go there.
So you head over to the Emerald Lounge and kind of peek in once again. This place has pretty big windows in the front, so it's pretty easy to see. This looks like a this looks kind of like a cafe slash library. It's got lots of books to read. It's got I mean, you can smell the coffee from here. You see the little Starbucks logo floating on inside the center, hanging on some hooks and chains.
What's Starbucks?
Or Godbucks, excuse me. Can't believe I did that. Anyways, you see the Godbucks sign hanging in the center. Looks like just kind of a coffee slash library place. Cafe.
And same setup. Does not look like a front.
Correct.
Well, these places both seem perfectly fine.
So it's a coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yes.
A cafe.
This is more my vibe. What vibe you feeling?
I mean, I like the coffee.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So
head
these
back.
are the places. This is it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go back and report.
All right. We go back.
You head
As
back?
stealthy as we went.
Yeah, we'll keep those stealth checks. Doesn't take you too much longer. You head back, and you are back at the safe house.
Welcome back to
Yeah,
the
they're
safe
both
house.
legit places. They're all fine.
The two that we don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like we're killing him without witnesses.
Again, we
But-
go by the building.
Just because he's at those locations doesn't mean we have to take him out of those locations. We just know where he's going to be.
True. We could follow him.
I'm pretty good at following people. I'm sure, based off of what I just saw, Bruno would probably be good at it too.
Sneaky sneak.
Surprisingly sneaky with how many waffles you consumed.
How easy would it be to get a hold of a tracking room?
A tracking rune, like what
Yeah.
was on the car.
Yeah.
I'd say human arcana.
Not one.
Impossible.
No idea where they get
What's a
this.
tracking room?
You know they're expensive. Try to get them, you wouldn't know.
They're expensive.
Would
Yep.
you be asking this to the party?
Yeah,
We're brainstorming.
Float the idea. Yeah.
Could I try to roll for that?
Sure.
I'm gonna use my lucky trait.
All right.
I'm gonna use it again.
Oh, you can only use it once per roll.
Oh, I can only use it once? Okay,
Yeah.
so it'd be 8. Never mind.
Okay. Well, they're expensive, and we don't know where to get them.
Yep.
All right, so that's a bust.
I rolled a 3, 5, and a 3.
We could plant the spider on his vehicle, give it an hour, summon it back, find out where he is, and then just hit the address.
I mean, I assume that he lived in a place that's heavily guarded.
Just to be clear, do we care if civilians see him die?
Probably not.
Well,
Honestly, I feel
we
like.
want to. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
We got to make sure that there's no as few witnesses as possible because those are all loose ends.
Honestly, I hate to say this, but I feel like the Ruby Palace is probably going to be the easiest one.
And the Ruby Palace was the
Gentleman's Club.
Hey.
Because there's a chance he might be alone in a room.
By a private dance?
Yep, something like that.
We could buy him a private dance.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Everywhere else is like super duper public, and during the day when there's going to be more people out. Well,
AAA.
You could be a stripper.
Yes.
I doubt AAA would be that attractive of a stripper.
Okay, give us your best stripper, AAA. Just.
I mean,
Make
I
something
can
up.
be as attractive as you want me to be.
Oh no.
He's strutting his
Yeah.
stuff.
Dazzle us. What do you got?
I just imagine Dan just drawing AAA
Wait,
in
am
that same swimsuit.
Am I doing this in my bone form, or am I doing this in flesh form?
Not bone form. No.
Yeah, stripping
Make
in
us-
bone form probably isn't really
Unless he's into
worthwhile.
that.
Yeah,
What solid femurs you have.
turn yourself into the most attractive stripper you can imagine.
So
Well, I got a
Something like that.
non-natural 20 for performance.
All right. What you describe yourself? What you transforming into?
Oh God, do not make me describe this.
Describe a sexy stripper for us, please.
There you go. Just say sexy
I will
stripper.
turn into the closest approximation to a Fabio I can.
Oh,
All right.
As a handsome man, do we know if this man is gay? Is Drac the Rotten a gay man?
if that
Or does-
if,
or
if
does
that's
he
the case,
prefer-
then he would be going to a different place.
Yeah.
You
Can
just see a mustache pop on.
him going to
Can
a
you give
gentleman's
us a-
club just sort of
can you
implied
give
his
us a
preference.
woman?
Triple A has all of the junk in his trunk.
There is no more junk to be had. It is
Rosie's
all
just
there.
looking away right now.
You're a
She's
very
like, this
handsome man,
is-
AAA.
my
Now, can
God.
you give us a beautiful woman?
That might. I don't know. Can I?
I don't
Is
see
that-
how you wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
able
can
to.
disguise yourselves wherever you want.
You can just
Yeah,
As long as he doesn't touch you,
As long as he doesn't grab you
Which
hunkus.
is
Which
Can I
you're
just
not
say-
allowed to do.
that would be
Well, no.
hilarious.
They're not supposed to on the floor, but you know they do in the private dances.
Yeah,
you know they will,
totally
which is
gonna-
when we have to make our move.
Exactly. By the time he's able to touch him,
We need to
We
be
will
in
have
there
struck.
fucking.
But he's also an
I
orc
think-
mafia guy. Are we saying that he's not gonna be like, oh, let me just smack that ass or something?
Well, I mean, not on the way to the dance
we
floor.
could make
Like,
the ass a little smaller.
So
yeah, it's a little gratuitous.
okay, I'm
Oh,
I'm
no.
pretty sure back in like the 20s ish, things were a bit more sketched than they are nowadays.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think they wouldn't
Like-
not touch or anything like that.
This is Fortuna. This isn't New York.
Okay,
The classy place here.
how confident are you, AAA, that you can get that man into a private dance without him touching you and blow in the disguise?
Not
Or do
very.
we need to pad AAA to make the
Yeah.
disguise work?
Just like put on some sand
With
bags.
pillows.
No, we gotta go to like a sex shop and get one of those like silicone like body things and just
Silicone
like
doesn't exist.
All right,
Just,
perhaps
like,
we should
hollow
run
it
through
out.
this. Pretend Dan is Drac
yeah, all
and
right.
convince
I'm
him to
ready.
have a private dance with you.
I'm a big fucking orc. Bad.
Of the fucking nature.
I love tits and shit.
Well, I mean, if we really
Yeah.
want to recreate the scenario, Rosie can turn into the man, right?
Token
Couldn't we
Dan.
just pay someone to just go do this and lead him into the private room?
Are you not
That's what I'm
comfortable with this?
We could buy it. We could buy him a dance.
I mean, we
He'd
could,
probably
but
just
then
buy a dance.
There's a dancer who sees this happen. Is the problem?
If he's going to a gentleman's club at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday, we know what he's going for.
Well, I get that. My point is, the dancer will know that's a witness, right?
So
So
we kill him.
what about the dancer that goes in with him to
I'm not
begin?
killing a fucking dancer.
I hate to be the one to suggest this. No, actually, never mind. I'm not going to suggest it. You guys.
No,
Keep going.
please speak freely.
Oh, Rosie,
What?
what you got?
Nothing. I'm not going to say.
Rosie,
I think we gotta
I
go with
see
the
you.
dancer.
no.
We got 17 minutes. Let's go. What do you got?
Someone
I
needs to
also-
Rosie?
detect thoughts.
I agree, but we both gotta say no.
Wait, what are you thinking?
I'm saying I think I know, but
There's
we
a
don't.
totally different conversation going on.
What the hell are you saying?
What is happening
I
right
don't
now?
know. I'm so confused.
Whatever. He's assuming you're thinking something very bad, and he knows it's bad, and we shouldn't suggest that.
I think she's just gonna be like, I technically also know disguise self, and I am also a actual woman. So if he touched me,
Oh.
he wouldn't be able to touch.
Oh, I thought we were talking about killing strippers.
I'm not,
That's what I was
I'm not
talking
killing
about.
Stan.
But I don't know if I trust myself in that scenario.
I mean, you are very attractive.
That was the same strategy used on that orc.
It worked.
As I said, I hate to suggest.
Alright, wait. If we don't want to kill the stripper, what if we just send them to the astral plane?
Send the stripper to the astral plane?
We did it with that body.
Killing them?
That's
We're
not killing
basically
them.
killing her then. We're outsourcing it to some fucking beastie out in the
Perhaps.
fucking plane.
She might live.
And then she comes back for revenge. I'm sure that goes well.
The stripper's revenge.
Okay. I have a possible option.
Because I'm just saying, I could just disguise my hair and face and just look like somebody different.
I have a possible option.
Okay.
So if we were to use just a normal woman that was brought him into that room, what if she ran out of the room immediately out of fear, and then we take?
Why would she run out
She's
of
a
fear?
witness.
Yeah, she's still a
Because
witness.
Because of the cause of fear spell.
Yeah, but then she knows that somebody's
Well,
casted
then
a
she
Oh,
had
spell.
well, yeah, if she
spell.
doesn't see AAA.
If I literally just cast it on her, because I can do it from 60 feet away,
Yeah.
That's plausible.
and then
Although
she
you're-
just bolts out of there.
Because
out of
AAA could
fear,
just be like a
and he's in
patron.
there alone.
True. Okay, so if we cause fear, then to get the stripper out, you'll be down a slot for the fight.
And I would like to point out that he said that he doesn't believe we could take him by ourselves. So I think we need all the magic we can get.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like
but I don't really use my only spells in that spell slot are Hellish Rebuke, Hex, and Cause Fear. So I'm literally going to be using Eldritch Blast, pretty much the only spell I'm going to use.
And I thought we clarified that we wouldn't be able to take him and his men.
Right.
Fair.
We want to take him out fast and
I would just hate for
quiet.
the stripper, for some reason, does not get feared. She goes into the room, and then we have to kill her.
Notably, if she does run out of the room screaming, that's going to be quite a scene.
Yeah, but I don't think that's really gonna help much because it's just.
I mean, maybe someone could cast sleep.
That would be a good use of that spell.
That would work.
I would probably put the stripper to sleep.
That's the point.
I did just have a thought. Not sure why I didn't think about it. I could try to cast something higher level out of a scroll.
What happens if it fails?
Well, then it fails, and I wasted a lot of money.
What did you?
But I could buy a scroll of silence.
I feel like we're glossing over the sleep thing, but that would probably work.
I feel like sleep would work because it would affect her first.
It just it would just knock her out, and then it would just be him.
Right. I don't know if.
Just don't roll bad.
Yeah,
I can't imagine this stripper's gonna have more than like 30 HP.
You think he can roll enough to not knock out a prostitute?
Okay, I feel like Rosie at this point, it's like, I really do not want to involve a prostitute. Like, I will do it. Please, can we not kill another?
We're not going to kill
person?
them, Rosie. If they're asleep, we
We're
just
not
drag their
gonna-
body.
If they're
We're
not
just gonna put him to
asleep-
sleep for a while.
If they pass out for the minute it takes to kill this man, they don't see it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we're still putting somebody in the risk of dying. That is just innocent.
I mean, nobody's throwing fireballs, are we?
You can.
Looking
I
at
can't.
Rosie.
I can't do that. No.
Oh, not fireballs.
I think Rosie's the only one that's done that.
And that's firebolt.
Yeah,
But that's just a one man.
Totally different.
It is different. Fireball will fucking demolish a building. We could buy a fireball scroll.
Can we avoid more countless innocent deaths?
No,
please?
I would personally prefer not to kill the strippers myself. But I do agree the strip club is probably the best place to do it. So, silent scroll is an option. We could buy one of those. And I could try to cast that. And I don't think it would be terribly difficult.
Okay,
Like
in your vision of this plan, how is this working, Dan?
I mean, silence just gives us the cover we need to do it
But
quietly.
there's still a stripper in the room. This is why I'm on Team Sleep.
Well, if I cast sleep, then she's asleep, and then I cast silence, and it's quiet.
Oh, well,
I
if
can do
you want to
both.
do both, that's fine.
I can do both. That's fine. Like, sleep doesn't require concentration.
Is sleep still an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
But I mean, if she falls asleep, he's probably not going to, like, immediately dart out of the room in suspicion.
My concern is if she falls asleep, he's going to try and wake her up. I mean, what would you do, right?
So silence first, then sleep?
I have concerns about involving a stripper.
Okay, well then we have the knockoff stripper here.
We have two knockoff strippers. We have Rosie and we have AAA.
Okay, I don't think AAA should be a stripper.
No?
That's going to fall apart too easily.
Did he not impress you?
It was great, but if anyone touches him, it's all
Yeah,
over.
that's my thing. If anybody touches me, they're literally just gonna feel bone.
I mean,
Okay.
that's what happens if they touch me.
So then Rosie puts on some tassels, does a little dance.
Rosie seems hesitant.
She suggested it.
Very
Your dad would be
reluctantly.
proud. Your dad would be
My dad would
proud.
not be proud.
Make
Come
it
here,
daddy
Rotten.
proud.
Oh god. Maybe I don't have to wear tassels. Maybe I could just be serving the alcohol
No,
or
you'll
something.
be
But you gotta
flapper,
get
okay?
him into a private room is the thing.
Yeah, you could probably do that serving alcohol, you know?
Can you?
I think so.
The ones that are like, I assume the ones that. would
Bruno,
be
you
good,
seem like
that-
an expert in this.
Yeah.
Bruno's
saying,
been to a club or two.
There are waitresses and there are dancers. Guess who doesn't do the dancing?
I don't even. Oh god, I don't know.
I'm saying you be a flapper girl.
Like, I
You
know
go-
we've. Sorry. I know we fucked up a lot of shit, but I think we can make the sleep spell work. The stripper will be knocked out, they won't see anything, Drac will be dead before they wake back up. Frankly, we could just drag them out of the room if we had to.
Worst case scenario, AAA. Can you teach Rosie how to strip dance?
I mean, yeah, AAA knows about strippers, right?
Sure. I think AAA has probably witnessed enough of them in his lifetime. He can teach.
Yeah.
What do I do, AAA?
Is there a pole in the safe house?
There's
You
a
could just be
gutter.
one. Oh my god, you could just be one of the girls just walking the floor.
There's a
I
rain
love
gutter.
the idea of AAA doing a strip dance on a pole, and you just hear the bones like rubbing against the metal,
We're just rattling.
No,
like
Right.
chalk on a
AAA
chalkboard.
is gonna demonstrate a lap dance in there.
No. Well, she could just be one of the girls walking the floor. Oh my god.
That's what I'm
And
saying. We're gonna drinks.
No. No. That's a waitress. Be a dancer walking the floor.
We should
Oh
listen to
yeah,
Bruno.
I'll be on later.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that avoids me
Yeah.
not having to go on stage. Let's do that. I can't promise that would go well.
You lie.
Wait, so how would this
He's a
play
great
out
liar.
then?
So so Rosie goes in, poses as a dancer on the floor,
Correct.
walking around.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like just in case someone does, they're like, "Hey, get on the stage." I should probably.
No, there's a. Oh my god.
They got a schedule of these.
Oh, they do.
Yes,
Okay, good.
there
okay.
is a
I know this shit works with
rotation.
you.
Yeah, there's a schedule. There's a
You
schedule.
do not want to
Just to,
fuck
like,
with the
get a
stripper
job?
rotation.
Like, do we have to get in there ahead of time then?
No.
No. We can just
She
filter
doesn't
in. We can
dance.
filter in.
She's
Okay.
a pretty
I know,
face.
but isn't like the owner going to be looking at Rosie and being like, "I don't remember who you are"?
No, she could just be.
They
one
got
of
new
the
girls on every night. That place is just like, all right,
Just
I fucking.
girls just walk in and start dancing.
Honestly,
Well, no, she's
they
not.
walk in with a tape. They pay for stage time, and then when their fucking turn comes up, they get called to stage and they go do their thing. As long as she doesn't fucking, we can run interference on the fucking the club owner. That's not an issue.
Yeah, we can.
AAA can fucking run that.
Yeah, AAA can chat with the owner
Yeah,
while we're
Oh, just
performing
keep
this.
them
shit.
occupied.
Triple
She's
A.
with
lap
us. She's with us.
No. We're not together. We all walk in separate, right?
Oh, fine.
She's doing her thing. We filter her in. We take our seats. We watch for Drake.
I hate this.
Well,
I'll
We're
give
probably gonna have
I'll
to-
give the shop owner a lap dance. How's that?
No, hold on.
you don't got to do that.
I don't think you need
You don't
to
got to do
dance,
that. Just
AAA.
schmooze. So AAA schmoozes the club owner, keeps him off of Rosie. Rosie goes in, poses the dancer, gets Drax's attention, gets him into a back room.
Okay, but how do I get his attention?
Yeah, that's the part I'm stuck on.
Okay, you're hot, so fucking flash some titty and fucking rub his leg or something.
Okay,
She looks like okay.
this
Hey, mister, you looking for a dance?
She'll impersonate whatever the fuck Bruno just did.
Do it.
Okay, it's a 16 minus
You
1.
gotta,
So
do, you gotta do it with that voice too.
Unless you roll a 15.
I rolled 15.
It's not terrible.
So
It's like 2 whole packs of cigars.
Yeah. So we get Rosie to entice this man into a back room.
Okay.
My concern is we're gonna have to deal with his fucking guard. His goons are gonna be nearby, right?
Probably.
Which is kind of why I want the silence spell, so that if they're out of eye shot, we can keep it quiet and just fucking deal with them.
Well, now we don't have to worry about the sleep spell.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, so silence.
We go get a silence scroll, we use that for cover, and just jump his ass.
I suppose as long as Rosie's okay being groped by a mafia don.
From what I heard,
Because that's going
she
to
was
happen.
very much groped by someone else before.
I was not groped because Rez tackled him.
I won't be able to do
I
that
was
this time.
though. I was lifted off the ground, and that was.
I would consider that a grope. He
The
very
point
much
is-
had his hands on you. Anyway,
This does rely a lot on Rosie being okay with this.
yes.
I mean, if you do this, Rosie,
More open with
I'm
this.
sorry,
than-
my audio, my
Your
headphones
headphones?
kept switching audio, so
Here,
I
I'll-
didn't hear anything anybody just said.
I'll turn on my audio.
Okay.
Do you consent to be the stripper?
Sure.
He was quicker
Why?
to go with this than to talk to her dad.
Honestly, yeah.
Bruno wants to see Rosie as a stripper.
I don't give a shit about you being a stripper. I just want to shank motherfuckers.
Now we got a plan.
Oh god.
First of all, you're human.
It's not his type.
Do we know what his type is?
Big and green.
What if he doesn't like other orc? If they...
Excuse me?
We're talking about Bruno's type,
Are you-
I think.
Oh, Bruno! I thought you were talking about Drax's or whatever his name was. I was like, wait, what?
I was talking about Bruno's type.
Got it. My bad.
Anyway, so there we go. There's the plan. Wait, when's this happen?
You
Tuesday.
gotta do it tomorrow. Oh, Tuesday. Okay.
Can like someone teach me how to flirt with somebody else?
Just be innocent. Anyway, real quick, DM.
Yes.
How does that line up with the delivery?
Jesus.
So it's already Friday night. You got the assignment Thursday. So
The delivery would be Sunday.
yeah,
Okay,
delivery.
cool. I
was
just,
So that
I
just
just want to make
fits
sure. Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bruno's got a job for us before we kill Drac.
You goddamn right.
I don't love that, to be honest.
It's money.
Is a delivery.
It does feel a touch exposed.
It
Yeah.
ain't no DiGiorno.
We're supposed to like lay low, honestly, before we kill this guy. I don't think that's a great idea.
Well, I've been told this is a fairly simple operation. I think two of the sneakies could get it across town.
Is there a destination?
Yeah, I said it was
The
from-
harbor.
Yeah, the
Right.
harbor fishery.
I mean, we could probably post up the rest of the team along the route. They could just kind of follow.
This is like from one end of the town to the other.
Oh, like across the district?
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, she's a long one.
It's just a drive, though, right? In theory.
So if by foot is half a, oh, what was it, half a day?
Yeah,
Shit,
half a
okay.
day's
Yeah, half a day to walk. Yeah, to walk.
Can you not take a cab?
I mean, we can.
I'm just asking, is it such a sensitive operation that they don't want fucking cabbies?
I
seeing your
mean,
product.
if it's a half a day, I could do it in a quarter.
I
I
just
feel like, is this like a package you're delivering?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, real quick question. If you put like a package into a bag of holding, would they be able to detect object on that package?
They shouldn't. It's next to
Look at
dimensional
object
space.
only goes out to a set range, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
They'll
but
see
it also only affects the current plane, and bags are technically a demi-plane.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I with my campaign too.
Yeah, locate object is like 1,000 feet. So
Yeah.
Okay, then I think if you guys are gonna do that, she'd give you like a bag of holding
To stash it.
Candy.
to stash it.
Shit, I could do it myself.
'Cause
I just
feel
need
like,
somebody else to carry because I'm a little.
well, if it's in a bag of holding, you won't have to.
Right, yeah,
Does
how
it,
big is this
will it
package?
fit?
Yeah, he said it was enough for like 2 of me to carry one normal.
It might fit in a bag. Maybe.
Fit a body in a bag. We should be able to fit a
Yeah.
package, right?
Bodies
Yeah.
you can fold a body and cut it up.
You can fold a package.
You can't.
No.
No, Gary.
No.
Stick to laundry.
So how about this?
could
We'll
fold
go
a
with the
shirt.
primary as bag of holding, me and Gary, Mr. White, Mr. Greene. See,
Okay.
so primary bag of holding. If we good, then we both go.
Gray, but all right.
Gray. Yeah, the E. That's right. Me and Mr. Gray. Well, if that bag of holding falls through, then we carry on hand. I think we're good.
I think that's doable. I would posit the rest of the party should be waiting by the hatchery just in case.
Yeah.
At the very least, we can pick you up.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Yes. All right. We got the plan.
Plan
Plan made.
We said it, so we do it,
All right.
and it goes perfectly fine.
I would say this will probably be a good stopping spot because it's literally just 2 minutes after 12:30.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we made some progress. You guys got some leads. You got some way to potentially unfuck yourselves. And
Or
you
fuck
got
ourselves even more.
yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. You also got some new job. Get some more money.
Money's good.
Don't know how much, but I guess we'll find out if you complete.
Something we should probably establish up front for most jobs is set fucking pay.
Well,
We don't know that. All right.
Well,
Well,
our
session
good
is run by a
session,
sleep stroll.
DM.
Or
Yeah, so let's assign out some points. I'd say everybody was pretty active. Everybody gets an RP point. And then let's vote for MVP.
I'll vote for Rosie. Because her dad probably just saved us all from dying.
Yeah, I'll back that. Also, she's gonna strip for drugs.
Also, apparently
And,
she's okay with stripping.
She's
She's not.
kind of the linchpin of that
I
operation.
know she's not. That's why I didn't
Still
want to do that
100%
plan.
not okay.
I say
Rosie's
vote
getting
for Rosie for
honey-potted.
stripping.
Does
Yeah.
anybody need inspiration?
I think we want inspiration.
I don't, because I used
Oh.
mine.
I just
All right,
got
you
3.
can have inspiration, Gary.
Wait.
Wait, can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And then you
inspiration.
can get the new
Okay.
inspiration.
Oh, you're just giving me an inspiration?
Yeah. Well, she's getting one today too. So
Well, I already
Okay.
have inspiration, but I had 3 RP points. So then with the MVP, I'm back down to 1.
I see.
So
So, how are you inspiring me?
She's gonna
Stripper
strip
dance.
Tuesday
gonna
night.
strip.
She's gonna strip Tuesday night.
That's all the inspiration you should ever need.
Fucking love how Rosie's like, I'm not gonna honeypot. I don't want a fucking honeypot in this campaign. Here you are in session fucking 4.
It's
I'm
happened
just
twice
saying.
now. It's happened twice now.
Who's in it? Wait, I just want to reiterate who initiated both honeypots now.
Mm-hmm. Chani.
The problem is like they've been like the best case scenario. Like with the other orc coming into the thing, it was like, okay, she can distract him, Rez can take him down, and then Gary just so happened to fucking put a fucking arrow through his
Put a
head.
bullet in his head.
So, worked
I'm
out
just
great.
saying.
And then, come on, like everything else is at 7 p.m., at 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
noon. Those are all super duper during the day. And then the only other place is a gentleman's club at 1 in the morning when most people are going to be in bed.
I mean, if it
That
was
is the
at
best way because it's got private rooms that we could get to.
Exactly.
I
And it's
really
like-
think sleeping the stripper would have worked. Honestly, I think we are
worry-
overcomplicating this.
I worry if he had the initiative over us, he could have woken her up, and then there's our witness. And I will put this out there. Dan is very anti-killing strippers.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
He would have made that pretty clear during the course of the discussion.
But like that's what just sucks is like every situation, like it's just like, oh fuck. Like especially this one. I'm like, the goddamn gentleman's club is literally the best goddamn option.
Hey,
Like
we might even be able to get his pants down around his ankles. And then what? That's like half walking speed? Come on.
And also, that's lowered armor class.
Exactly. He won't have any armor on.